everyone can say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Howdy, everyone, and welcome back to the Curse of Strahd. I am your ever-present, most of the time chaotic host, Whiskey Streams, or Whiskey. I am joined today by the lovely people here. And we've got a couple more people to introduce today. Well, one person to introduce later on, but for now, the current players. Turquoise Magpie, playing Lint Keptok, our Order of the Scribes wizard. We are joined by Gossamer Arts, playing Rain, our rogue warlock. A build that I gave them, and now I am kind of dreading it because it's nasty.
I'm going to make it your worst nightmare.
I'm more than happy with it. I'm very proud of you for doing it. It's dope. Then we are joined by Hydro, playing our amazing Aarakocra Twilight Domain cleric, Bakor. And finally, for now, we are joined by Rosewaterfish, or Naomi, playing the ever-chaotic Davy, our Tiefling Druid, Circle of Spores. And let me tell you something about last session. Actually, before that, let's make sure we do our proper things first. First thing, very important, Curse of Strahd is a horror-based game. There are triggers that could be popping up during this. Do your research in what might be popping up for you guys, but as I have said to my players here, they know what to expect. They've all agreed to everything. I've got their consent, and if there's anything what I'm not too sure on, I'll try and get their consent in the middle of the game. But make sure, if anything triggers for you, please make sure you step away from it, take a breather, and then come back feeling a bit better about yourselves and all that kind of stuff. Second thing, the overlay and the character art. We are doing a pally command so that you can tip our artists. Once we introduce our new player, we also have some new overlays which look fucking great. So make sure you use the command pally, send them a tip if you're able to, just to show their appreciation. And also with Turquoise Magpie especially, commission them. They're fucking great. Commission them. They're really, really good at this kind of stuff. And I think that is it regarding all our announcements for now. But let's have a quick recap of what V-Slot got up to in the last session. Because, oh boy, they got up to some stuff last session. Quick recap. Our band of heroes, I don't know, they came off of they saved someone. Saved a little girl called Arabella from being drowned in the lake. And they got a few rewards for that. But let's skip forward a tiny bit. Literally a few minutes later, if you would, where they were met by an ambush. A gang of bandits who were basically scouting the Vistani camp. And could not really get the treasure themselves. So we thought, hey, there's some strangers here. We don't know them. Let's take advantage. And these lot obliterated them. With some really strong tactics. Bakor even made it so basically they kind of hurt their very soul by using a command to make sure that they strip in front of them. And as a... Was that the one who ran? No, that person. And as the person stripped, Rain decided to boom and blade them, dodge out of the way. This person tripped on their own trousers, fell on the floor, and just imploded. And then Link cast a fireball because someone was trying to run. And this is important, chat. They gave up and were running away. However, these lot didn't want to let them live. So fireballs were cast. Whole person. Davey just cracking them around the head. Command. And Rain just obliterated them as well. And because of that, because they decided to not let them live, in that moment, I got him to all roll a wisdom save because I'm introducing a little bit of a flavored rule here that if there is an option for them to do something that is good instead of bad, I might get them to roll a wisdom saving throw to see if these lands are slowly starting to corrupt their very souls. And maybe they will in the future. After a short amount of time, they returned to Vallaki and headed to the orphanage, St. Andrew's Orphanage. As they arrived, they were greeted, greeted by a lady called Claudia. And at that moment, she was talking to a gentleman who was basically taking a bunch of coffins that he made, taking measurements for some reason. As he left, Claudia decided to let you know what happened. And the story goes so far that they are after a person called Milovaj. And Claudia let them know that right now they are incapacitated. There's something wrong with them. They also mentioned that a child called Cedric fell out of the second story floor and unfortunately died in this fall. As they entered this, the core mentioned they don't like kids, so I need to make sure I remember that as much as I can. It's fine. But as they entered the orphanage, they noticed a couple of things. The first thing is the vibe of the orphanage was very low. You see kids are making the best of a bad situation. You see them playing, but their hearts aren't really in the actual game. Upon closer inspection, at least with perception checks, you did notice that some of these children had, it looked like lacerations or bruises all over them. You kind of suspected a bit of Claudia with some insight checks. You kind of gathered that she is stern as a lady, as the person who looks after the children, but it comes from a place of, I care for these kids. Eventually, you made it to Milovaj's room. Milovaj is currently catatonic on his bed, sweating and pale, and skin's slowly like turning a little bit yellowy green, if you would. Link casts Detect Magic, while Bakor casts Detect Good and Evil. And the final thing is that Lint sensed a very strong necrotic energy kind of coming out of Milovaj. And then with Bakor's Detect Good and Evil, which actually would have popped off before the Detect Magic, but it's fine. We'll say it happened at the same time because I think the image is better. You sense that there is an evil presence somewhere of a fiendish energy, if you would. But let's start this session off with Lint's Detect Magic. Lint, you did cast this as a ritual spell, right?
Yes, cool. 10 minutes.
Something that kind of occurred as you saw this thread, if you would, pull out of Milovaj. You hear a voice coming from your book. What goes? Oh, Scheiße! Why are you? What is this? What are you doing? What is its energy?
I just look at the book and say, I don't know, you tell me.
I have never felt power like this. This is not good. This is not good, Lint.
I'm going to need more of a description than that.
I personally have never felt necrotic energy like this before. Please, stay safe. It seems... I do not want to dive deeper.
Could you at least tell me where it's coming from?
No, I cannot. It seems to be concentrated in this person. But the surrounding areas, I sensed it when we were walking in. Well, you were walking in. It is all around us. Stay safe. I will be here for 10 minutes, I believe. But I do not want to focus too much. This is a lot. This is a lot for me. And you see,
but
like...
Lucky you only have 10 minutes and I have the rest of this to deal with. And I just slammed the book closed.
And as you slam the book, you feel... You kind of sense this presence is on the floor, if you would, kind of crawling away from the source. Like, imagine the front of the book that might have been open for you. It's like it's trying to crawl to the very back of the book and beyond the back of the book.
Okay.
Bakor, detect good and evil. I had to read this. Detect good and evil pops up and it tells you the location of certain entities, right? Especially if this is a fiend. So you definitely know this is a fiend that you're dealing with. However, because I had to look through this, it's not going to tell you the exact location yet. Reason being is there's a bit too many layers between you and wherever this source is coming from. I believe it has to be like a fair few feet of wood and steel and stuff like that between it. And that currently right now is being a barrier for you to actually pinpoint the exact location. Just something to bear in mind.
Do I know that it's nearby because it has a 30 feet range?
30
right?
feet. Let me just think. I don't think you are close enough yet.
Okay.
I will double check just to make sure. But yeah, right now, you are... I do not think you are within 30 feet of it yet. So yeah, I know that's another reason why you're not really
I just kind of know
catching...
the energy around.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's definitely fiendish, and again, it's coming from Milovoj as well, but it isn't Milovoj. You know for sure that it isn't him. It's just connected to him in some way. So, while that's going on, Rain and Davy, is there anything you two want to do in this moment? Again, you are surrounded in this room. I believe you're all in the same room here, right? Is that right? Irina is in the room with you, and you do see Irina is taken aback a bit. You know, she gets the presence of this energy. She sensed necrotic energy before, right? So for her to feel this right now is making her step back a tiny bit. And what else? I think that's all I can give you right now. Yeah, what do you two want to do? Claudia Badesco is in the room with you, by the way, just so you know.
Can Davy approach the kid and maybe roll like a medicine check or something?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Not great.
Not great?
13.
Again, I think we established, like, you definitely care for, well, not care in as such. You're very curious about what's happening with this person who's on the bed right now, but your thoughts are still trailing from what you saw coming up to this level, which was the children who looked injured. I feel like the reason why it was a bit low was because of that. You're still thinking about what happened to the kids more than this one. I believe they are older than you in a sense, right? Milovoj is around about 19.
Same age.
Oh, same age? Okay, then maybe you don't really care. I don't know. You're cool.
Does he have bruises on him?
Do you want to make an inspection? So you have a look at it as well. You don't see... You don't technically see, like, any bruises on him, actually. There's no lacerations like you saw with the kids. But you know what? What was your medicine check?
13.
13. I'll say this. Your spores, as we've established before, kind of does drain the energy from people, right? It sort of takes away their life form. I will say that you kind of see the similarities. Not that it's based on spores, but something is pulling energy from this person. That's what I'll give you with your roll, actually. So it's not just like a wah wah. Didn't roll high enough. Yeah.
Hello.
Completely out.
And Rain's gonna like snap fingers out like right in front of his face, like, hey, it's not working, guys.
Yeah, it ain't working. I was gonna get you to roll a persuasion check, but it wouldn't matter.
No. Oh man, but I got +10 on persuasion.
I know, even
what
a
if
natural
I really
20.
convinced him to wake up right now.
The power of a snap. Yeah, unfortunately not.
Hey, wake up or I'll kick your ass. Let's go.
Lynn just kind of stands at the very end and just says, okay, very clearly they're ill, but the source of their illness doesn't seem to be coming from them. Like, it seems to be coming from elsewhere. That's at least what I can gauge from this.
Do you mind if I try something? And can I approach the man on the bed?
Yes.
And can I take his hand? And can I try casting protection from good and evil?
Oh, that's interesting. Read it out for me.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected from certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. And the protection grants several benefits, and one of them is if the target is charmed, frightened, or possessed, it will cleanse them of those ailments.
You cast this spell, and it doesn't seem to take. It's on the right kind of idea. Name those conditions again.
Frightened, charmed, or possessed.
It's not any of those.
Okay.
Just so you know. But really good idea.
So I just turn around to the group, like, well, guys, he's not charmed, frightened, or nor possessed.
Okay.
Whatever is plaguing this man, quite curious.
Whenever we had sailors that were ill like this, we just gave them a lot of ocean water and punched them in the stomach real hard, and then they usually threw up whatever it was that was ailing them. So we could try that.
You're
So we only
telling
have the
me
lake
that you
nearby.
force-fed salt water to people.
We could
And
do
you just kind
that.
of like shake them up, or
I mean, my spell didn't work, Rain, so maybe your magic salt water will do something. And I just like kind of stand up and walk away.
you're like,
I'm a little bit defeated that
Mhm.
Rain thinks that like salt water is gonna overpower a spell that I did. But I want to see it be tried.
He's gonna be like, hey, a moment of communication. All right. I didn't mean to disrespect. Your spell was awesome. I just want to throw my hat in the ring. You know,
I get a little bit like oversensitive sometimes. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I understand. It's a very overstimulating
I
environment.
really want to see the water thing though, if you want to try it.
Brain's gonna be like, hey, where's the kitchen? Do you guys have salt and water?
Claudia looks at you and goes, "You are not pouring liquid down a person who is in a coma, my dear."
I found the salt.
Wonderful.
While all this nonsense is going on, Lint is just gonna like quickly look around the room. He's gonna look under the bed,
Mhm.
like at the ceiling or anything around, like if there's anything off, just around of what could be like the source of where.
Maybe
all
an
the stuff's
investigation check.
Okay.
Guidance.
Thank you.
Oh, good old guidance.
Oh, not 20.
Of course.
Is it investigation or is it?
This was investigation.
All right. 27 total.
27's huge. With Milivoje's room, actually not that much else. You look around everywhere, and there's no other signs. It's interesting because you look around and see back in the last session that the kids had these bruises and markings and all that kind of stuff. Milivoje does not have that. So something has happened to him, but the source of that is not in the room right now. You do
Y'all have a
find
basement?
you do find a spade in the room, which he uses to dig graves for the church.
I thought playing cards. for
I
some
take out
reason.
the spade and look for any shrapnels of holy bones on.
With that 27.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 27. I'm gonna give you something. Why not? You see that there's a few indentations on the spade, like it was digging something a bit harder than dirt.
Okay. Yeah, Lynn just kind of folds it around and then just like lays it out, just evidence.
Claudia turns to all of you and goes, if you would like to, I did say that you are not to speak to the children, but it seems you are here with good intentions. You are welcome to investigate the premises. You can speak to the children. Just do not interrogate them, yes?
Okay. I just look at Cole, who said that he hates kids. Just like, okay.
When she says interrogate them, the moment the M at the them is pause at you, Bakor, 100%.
Hey, I said I don't like kids. I didn't say I like fuck with kids, okay? It's fine. They'll be okay.
Good. Good. Okay. Well, I will be in here making sure Milivoj is okay. I'll make sure he is staying cool. My dear, and she looks at Irina. My dear, what are you doing? Are you with these people? Are you going to go with them? You are more than welcome to stay in here with me and let them do the work. And Irina will look at all of you and go, maybe that might be best. I might actually find that kitchen if you are okay with this. Maybe I can do my thing and provide some comfort for this poor man, boy. I'll be with you. So Irina's going to be with Claudia while you lot do your investigation. So then you know where Irina is. So, are you leaving Milivoj's room?
I want to find the basement.
You want to find the basement? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, let's say this then. Before you head down, a couple of things to make sure that we are establishing. So, Lint, your detect magic is still popping off, so just something to bear in mind for that for at least 10 minutes.
Okay.
Bakor, your detect good and evil, how long does that last? That 10 minutes as well?
10 minutes, yeah.
Cool, good. That's really good to know. So, as you leave Milivoj's room, and you are in this long hallway with multiple rooms and multiple dorms, dormitory areas here, you do catch that the this level here is typically for the older kids / adults / orphans. Each level is goes up by age. The younger ones at the bottom, the older ones at the top. On the second floor, which you are on right now, down the hall, you all do see the window that Cedric had his accident, the one what he fell out of, as well. Just wanted to establish that again for all of you, so if that's something that you want to be interested in. But yeah, so if it's up to you lot now. So if Rain wants to go find a basement, you're more than welcome to. Yeah.
I think Lint, on the way to going with Rain to the basement, will want to check the window just to see, since he's got the aura up, if there's any connection he can make to any of the damage that's done, that's got any marks of anything's happening, any scuffle.
Maybe would come with.
Fantastic. So let's think that's what you two are doing. Rain, is it just the basement and that's where you want to go?
Yeah, basements usually have secrets, so
I'll go with Rain
that's
to the
fair.
basement.
Okay, good. So let's go on to Rain and Bakor first. Bakor, with your detect evil and good, or good and evil, I never know which order that is in. Before you even get to the basement, and this is why this spell is really good for you specifically. You're going down, and there are children again moving around. I mean, kind of looking at you guys, because in the end you are strangers, right? And as you get further down the stairs, going from the first level all the way to the ground floor, about to get to the basement, your detect good and evil kind of not wears off, but you get less of it as you go lower. So just something to bear in mind. That's what, because your spell is still popping up, right? You're still concentrating, you can still sense it. Right now, going lower, you feel less of that presence. It's still there around, but it is not concentrated as much. Just something for you to bear in mind.
Can I as we're walking down to the basement, just kind of lean into Rain This my spell I cast earlier, it's stronger upstairs than down here. I can still sense something, but it's more intense.
Do you think it's like more
upstairs.
towards the roof? Should go to the roof?
It could be. I think we still check the basement just to like get our boxes checked off, but I think we should explore up more.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
I'm
Okay,
more than
how
okay.
about you and me? We'll take the roof. You two kids take the basement.
Wait, the two kids?
No,
Oh,
Rain,
they're-
Rain will
they're-
call
they're-
anybody. They could be 80 years old and be like, "Hey, kid, come here."
So Lynn and Davey are upstairs. You guys are split into two. So they are currently second level. You've gone down.
Because we were heading down, right?
Yeah, that's right. So right now it's 2 down, 2 up. So it's only
Oh,
you
I thought
two.
we were all going down the stairs.
No, they're investigating the open window at the
Check
second
out the
level.
window
Okay,
first.
good.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we can
we-
still
we
investigate the
can
basement, see if we
So-
can find something interesting.
Serene, I kind of
Yeah,
like the
I say
idea.
we do that. I just want to give you a little heads up.
I do kind of like the idea that you did ask a couple of kids randomly. Hey, you two do this. It's like, okay.
Hey, you
I
too.
recruit you.
They just look and go, and just, no. They just run away. So just so we can speed things up for you two specifically, this will take you around about 10 minutes. There is a basement in this place, but during that time, because Detect Good and Evil will be dropped by the end of this investigation, if you're okay with that. You're more than welcome to get the last few seconds to go up, but if you're okay with that spell dropping while looking around the basement, you're more than welcome to.
I think I would like for Baka to notice that his spell is wearing off, and he would like to go back upstairs before it wears
Okay,
off.
so we'll say then you'll go for like 5 minutes,
Yeah,
if that's
like
okay.
a quick search, I think.
Yeah, so
Especially after I relayed the information to Rain, we're like,
Absolutely.
yeah, there's nothing here.
yeah. So when you're in the basement, for those 5 minutes, it is dark. It is cramped. There are cobwebs everywhere. There's broken boxes, but it looks kind of normal. It's like a storage facility more than anything. There's no bodies. There's no one like just hanging up, being tortured. It is just a storage facility for like food, dry storage, and spare clothes for children, and anything like that, really.
I like to be optimistic. There's nobody hanging down there to be tortured yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So during this 5 minutes you're down, Lint and Davey, do me a favor. Lint, you're going to make an investigation check regarding this window. Davey, I'm going to give you this. You can cast guidance on Lint if you want to guide them, but I'm not having you roll or give them advantage for some reason.
Oh.
No need.
Oh yeah, you're not good at investigation,
I
right?
rolled investigation. I rolled 18 plus 7.
Ah, wizards.
I'm rolling really high.
So this window is still open, and the first thing you do is actually you look over the window, right? You look outside the window and look down, and you definitely see in the grass in the garden area where there are some oddly pretty flowers are just down there. You do see a red stain in the grass and a
How
slight
far down is
dent.
it?
What's 2 stories? It's 2 stories down. That's all I can say.
Well, it's about 20 feet.
Sure. We'll say that.
It's
So
not that far down. Do you think I could jump it?
I won't risk it. Don't risk it just yet.
Rain's gonna we're back up there, right?
not yet. In a second.
No.
They literally
Never
just walk.
mind.
They
Don't worry,
literally.
David's gonna
Lynch
do
would
what
have
David's gonna do.
put an arm out.
Rent's-
Lynch would have put an arm out across from like where the barrier is so that Davey can
Rain's
just
gonna
look
be
over.
Rain's gonna be in the stairwell going up and be like, something just happened.
I feel a
Something's
disturbance.
about to happen. Shit.
Oh god. That's where the evil is. Before finally notices it, Davey's about to go. Anyway, with your investigation check, after you've looked over, your eyes pull back and you see on the actual frame of the window, you see some marks. Like scratch marks. Enough to accommodate a hand. 2 hands. Your eyes come away from the window itself and then see on the wall there are also marks, scratch marks. And you notice that the scratch marks have a slight red tinge to them. You have to look close. And then your eyes, with a really high fucking investigation check, you look really close and you sort of put your finger across it. There's a bump. And you see a fingernail.
Ugh.
The size of a child's.
What direction is it facing? When it was in the wall.
So,
I want to know if this person was going that way or being dragged.
It's a very valid point. With investigation, you absolutely know that this person was being dragged.
Okay.
They were being dragged, and yeah, I mean, as a player, you can figure out yourself. I'm not going to tell you exactly because it's you, but yeah, you can see that it was a grab, pull, desperation, snap with the finger, and pull.
Okay. I look at the fingernail and then I turn to Davy and just say, I feel like you could be trusted with this. And just give her the fingernail.
Well, thank you.
Okay. I go back to where her name escapes me.
Claudia?
Belasco is?
Yeah, Claudia Belasco.
Okay. And I just ask, I think I overheard, didn't you say a child fell through this window?
And so you ask that. Davy. What's your passive perception? Is it 18 or something? It's pretty good, right?
18, I think. Yes, 18.
Nice. Okay. You swear you heard like a voice? Not a voice. Like an emotion? Not an emotion, like a question, a request. And you look around for a second. And then look at the floor. And where your feet are, you see a rat. This rat, though, you've seen rats before. You've possibly made friends with rats in the swamp. You notice that this rat's skull is at the top part not there, and instead the brain of this rat is exposed, and it looks at you and sort of tilts its head. You get a message of sorts from this rat saying, come with me, come with me. That's the feeling you get. It wants you to follow.
Okay. Are we playing a game?
And it just goes...
She'll follow it.
Okay, good. I knew you would. So
Davy Bates.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I knew exactly who this is going to go towards.
We've lost Davy already.
Mm-hmm. As you follow this rat, it stays on the same floor, the adult orphanage, if you would, area, and it goes to a door, and this door itself is kind of like it's been accessorized. Most of the doors are kind of plain. This one has a bit of like blue painting on it, like a little bit of detail on it. And you see a name tag on top called Muriel. Muriel. And it's just very like artistic in nature, but blue is the template, if you would, of this door. And you see that this rat sort of just and there's a little tiny hole in the door as it goes. under.
Thaumaturgy. She's like, I remember this.
Like the Big Bird meme, just kick the door down.
Okay, here's what I
Oh
want to
my
do.
god.
This is what I want to do. I want you to roll a d20, okay? Because if it's lower, if it's a 10 or higher, it's not locked. If it's under 10, then it is locked.
16.
Oh my god, I forgot about thaumaturgy. That's fun. The moment you cast this spell, the door opens and slams. Immediately on the bed, you see two people. One is a girl of a similar age to you. Short-ish, like in a bob cut kind of hairstyle with a blue streak going through it. You see that she has what would have been a sad look is now in shock, which is in now this leaning back on her bed, kind of just complete shock of what the fuck has happened.
I love your hair.
And as you say that, you also see next to them someone else. And at this point, I'm going to ask Critical Bard, please describe your character for me, please. And everyone say hello.
Ooh.
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
So thaumaturgy, bang.
It's that part. Yeah, you see an individual who has darker skin, darker than mine, and definitely more on the cooler tone. Very emaciated in spots, sunken eyes, sunken cheeks. The eyes are quite big but beady in a way. They have hair that is so disheveled. For context, I literally asked in my art description, I gave references to white people with matted dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Like that's where you can get with that. So yeah, it gets kind of crackly all over. There are parts that are missing. They're balding. So it's not completely covered. He's wearing what seems to be some torn, like a torn shirt of a coolish blue gray tone. With some pants that aren't really relevant. They're just pants. They definitely have holes in them. But he has a belt that's probably halfway rusted. And on top of his shirt, wrapped around him, kind of pinned together, seems to be some kind of patchwork mantle of sorts. Mostly grays and darks, but then like touches of like different brighter colored patterns. Kind of strewn throughout, but not like a quilt in any way, shape, or form. Really feels like just patchwork, kind of a mess, kind of wrapped around him. His cheek, his mouth and chin area is slightly elongated, and when he opens his mouth, currently in fear, you see these two big old white teeth in front of him, and he's definitely staring, looking at Muriel and looking back, kind of like skittish, like slowly starting to like move towards the wall.
Muriel goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
And I love your cloak. Look at the colors. Hi.
Who it is that?
People call me Davy.
I don't... Davy, why? Why are you... What was this about?
Did you
Do I
see a
hear-
rat?
Oh,
Do I hear any of this?
you hear the bang, yeah.
I'm hearing the door.
So can all of us head up to that spot
Yeah,
now?
yeah. There'll be a moment where, like, so I
We're gonna
like
hear the bang and Rain's like, fuck.
100%. So you Rain and Bakor, you are like almost up the stairs to the second level.
You see Lint running past the doorway, just like shit.
Yeah.
Rain's like, I told you not to leave Davy alone.
I didn't know she left.
Get her a leash.
I will repeat my question. What the fuck are you doing here?
Did you see a rat?
You at the moment you see that, the rat actually went and then up this person's leg and then just went somewhere.
Is it your rat?
And he just keeps looking at Muriel. He doesn't even know how to comprehend what's going on right now.
I like its brain. It's very pretty.
Are they coming to get? And you see as he starts to look back at Davy, his eyes like dilate ever so slightly, and his claw. He has these gross fingernails. Like they are so unkempt, it's bad. But they're not like super long. They're just gross. You definitely start to see two of them start to grow.
Davy will use thaumaturgy to change their eyes to mirror yours.
Oh,
I think at this point, Rain's gonna shimmy their way past Davy. Look at these two and be like, hey, name. What's your name?
Who are you? And why are you here?
I'm Rain. Introduce each other.
So Muriel looks at you and goes, Muriel, you're very rude. First off, your friend smashes our door open. I worked very hard on that door. You have frightened my friend here, and now you're demanding names.
I'm
You
not
don't
here
have
to
to
make
give
friends.
names.
I'm here to get a job done.
I don't know you though, so please lower your tone and don't think we must give you information that you are not privy to.
We're trying to figure out how a child got murdered here.
You think
The
they're
rat told me to
murdered?
come.
You think they were murdered?
Yeah, did you see the scratch marks all up the side of the wall?
I'm assuming Lynn mentioned that as you ran past them. Like, there's scratch marks on the wall! And then
Yeah,
you go,
for
okay,
sure.
just making sure. Okay.
Davy's got the fingernail.
Yeah, Dave, I think you do have that fingernail as well.
Can Bakas see that the situation is a bit tense and kind of like walk up and like, I'm so sorry, my friends here are a little bit abrasive. We're meeting new people. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Bakas. These are my friends, Rain, Lint, and Davy. I'm not sure what's going on or what's happening here, but we're currently trying to investigate something that's happened in the house, and we did not know there were other people in this room.
Yes, this is an orphanage. Of course there's people in this room. Well, after we've all calmed down... Yes, and looks at you, CB.
You see, you know that one rat with a brain exposed went into the cloak mantle that he has, but it shouldn't be moving as much if only one thing was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Davy gets closer.
He is as far back to the wall as he
Personal
can
space, please.
I just
Personal space.
Davy, just don't go
Davy.
any further. Ask questions nicely.
Can I see the rat? It invited me in. I thought this was the rat's room.
Okay, now before my friend is taken a bit too far, let us have a baseline. I am Muriel. This is my friend. Would you like to say your name?
You see him starting to have a conversation into his cloak. It's like, why are you inviting people in here? I don't need more friends. I just have you. Can you please don't invite strangers in here again? Thank you. Yegos.
So,
You can leave now.
But we just got here.
But I don't know why you...
It's Yegos. It's okay. If they are, I need you all to make a persuasion check real quick. This is not towards Yegos. This is more for Muriel.
An 8.
Predictable 3.
Predictable.
A nat 20.
Nice.
18.
Okay, the nat 20 definitely helps. That counts as double success in a sense. By the way, CB, just making sure. Can you just pronounce your character's name again for me, please?
Yes, it is. It says a J, but it is Yegos.
Yegos. Thank you. That natural 20 helps out so much, Rain. Muriel goes, okay, it seems, Yegos, that these people are here to help this place understand what is going on.
Okay.
The only thing I know is, well, I personally think that something nefarious happened to Cedric. It is, I'm not here that often, but the children here are clearly upset with something. Now, Yegos, I do not know if you want to stick with me, but you are a very, very capable person.
What I don't know what we do with Cedric gone. I don't know what to do next. I just don't want to get in more trouble.
Well, hopefully if you are able to help out what happened to Cedric, then it won't be trouble. You'll be doing everyone a favor here, and you have said that you want to try and do things for others and hopefully get some good respect for yourself. This could be an opportunity.
Do you trust him?
I trust you to make sure that these lot don't make mistakes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I guess we'll have to find out. You're far more capable than me, as you know.
But you... And he, pauses and, shakes his head. Okay. Well, I can stick to the shadows and stuff, and I can scout if you need someone to scout. And then at that moment you see beady-eyed rat pop up in his mantle, and Priet can also go forward if they need to.
Scout is good.
You see Priet sort of nod, and the brain pulses a little bit. There's a little tiny bit of light that dims. Lights up and dims away from the brain.
I think Rain's gonna see the condition that Yegos is in and be like, when's the last time you two have eaten something or had something to drink? Do we need to get you... Do you need some food?
I am fine. Yegos?
I mean, I had some bread the other day.
The other day?
The other day. What
You're
day
supposed to
was
eat
that?
food every day.
Really?
It's not always possible because you don't always have access. I get by.
Okay.
Can Macaw come and sit down, put his hands together, and cast Create Food and Water?
Yo. I didn't know you had that spell.
I love that.
Yeah.
Handy.
What's the casting time on that? How long does it take?
Instantaneous.
Yo, okay.
Nice.
I don't know if it's I mean, with Create Food and Water, I don't think it's going to be like a banquet of things, right? But
It says 45 pounds worth of food.
fuck, really?
Just.
So
45.
I'll
I think
say
it's
this then.
tasteless, though,
It is
right?
tasteless, I believe.
It
I
is
think it
tasteless.
just.
Oh, is it tasteless? God damn it.
But stop starvation.
The
That should
food
be
is
good.
bland but nourishing.
There
You
you
know why
go.
you haven't eaten, so.
Very oat-filled protein bar.
So, Bacall, describe that food for me then.
So the food actually looks really beautiful. Like I'm talking about, like we have a whole roasted chicken, we have a bottle of wine, we have like bread, and it looks super appetizing. And then when after I summon it, I look at him and go, "Don't be fooled by how the food looks. I'm not a cook. I do try my best though."
So two things happen. Both Yegos and Priet almost begin to salivate.
Yeah.
In a way, like they are staring at this like they've never seen a banquet. But before he can act, the rumbling within his mantle gets louder and more chaotic before a literal deluge of tiny rats comes out and just starts consuming.
They just gorge in, and you see Priet is sort of looking, and the brain starts to light up like pulse of boop, 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 as it goes. And you do see this banquet start to get decimated. There's
like the nematodes from SpongeBob is what you're witnessing right now.
Okay.
Fantastic
So
reference.
while Bakar is sitting there cross-legged and watching this mound of rats consume the food, I quickly just go and grab something and just toss it so you can grab something to eat.
Davey is trying to say hello to each individual rat.
They are
like, hi, hello,
they are
hi,
not focused on you at all. They got a mission, which is eat, consume.
When Bakar is not like scared of the rats, just more shocked.
Yeah.
And like, how did
this
you have
many
all that under your cloak?
It makes no
you know
sense.
What I mean?
It makes no sense.
Well, like, I'm not afraid of rats. The rats are fine. It's more just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a wave.
And I'll say, when you tossed it, something you will notice is he hasn't he still gets been salivating and kind of stuck. As that piece of meat or whatever goes into the air, some of the rats, you know how like ants can create chains and like move and stuff? You literally see some of these rats faster than they should suddenly go up, grab that piece, bring it to my mouth, and then go back into the food. And I'm just like,
it's like World War Z of rats. Just
it is. It really is.
It's kind of the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Coolest thing ever. I kind of just like look around and I just like look at Davey and I see Davey just like running around trying to say hi to all the rats and was like, you know what? Okay.
It is at this point, Bakor. It would have been a bit earlier, but the detect good and evil would have faded. You would have noticed it was like as you were creating that spell, the food, it would have started to drop.
Is it okay if I before, I guess as that's happening, I just kind of like grab Lynn's hand and like kind of pull him close because I'm on the ground, and I just kind of like just let you know when I was going down the stairs, my detect magic was getting weaker. It seems to be stronger up in this area.
Okay, well my detect magic is kind of fading now.
So. That being said, Lynn, as you entered Muriel's room, there is, and this is at the end of your casting, and sorry, end of the casting, end of the spell. On the posts of Muriel's bed, there is something there. The moment your spell drops, you catch it just at the last second.
Okay, Lynn's going to keep his eye on that exact location and not really look away from it, just so that he doesn't lose track of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will add, because if you had time to scan and see that, then you would get a faint glow off of the mantle as well.
Ooh, yeah, good point. Very good point.
Lind on seeing the little brain rat would have thought, okay, I've not been surprised by that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lynn's just kind of standing tall, like as he does, an awkward like broomstick of a person is just going to stand tall, just like glancing at that one spot, and then maybe just kind of casually strolling towards where the bedpost is.
Yeah, Muriel rolled well. Muriel's going to turn to you and go, "What do you notice?"
They point in the general direction of where it is. Do I actually see anything that like an object
you need to get closer, but you don't have to roll an investigation check because you kind of see like where the location of the thing is anyway. You get to the bed posts, and with your, let's just say your passive perception to affect insight, sorry, fucking insight, investigation. There we go. We got it, baby.
Yep.
You see there's writing on these posts. Question for you, Lint. Do you speak Abyssal? I believe you do.
I do.
You do. You notice, and then you spot the writing is on each post is 4.
Mm-hmm.
And carved, not with a knife. Maybe some kind of pointy object was used, but it's not clean like a knife would be. You notice in Abyssal is written Dark Dreams. DARKDREAMS.
Okay. Like individually on each post or like all together?
Dark Dreams, Dark Dreams, Dark Dreams, Dark Dreams.
Okay.
That's sus.
That's what
Yeah.
Diego says.
Because Muriel pointed it out.
Yes.
Because Muriel pointed it out and Lint just kind of points at it, kind of quickly gathers a quick question and said, is this bed yours? I've noticed it's got interesting writing on the outside.
This is my bed. I am not usually here. I am here because I heard the news of Cedric. Why?
What was your relationship to Cedric?
He was a fellow orphan. He might be younger than me, but I care for him just as much. I feel bad because he was considered a ruffian. He would get up to no good. He would cause pranks. He would steal. We'd catch him, or at least the bully Bolesco, as they say, would catch him. But I knew he was okay. I knew he was a good kid. It was complicated. For what reason he was, you say, murdered? I'm not too sure. He would pick on people. He would pick on kids. I would try to stop him. He was young and naive. I just felt sorry for him. His way of making friends was to pick on them. And you just see, like, she does start to... You didn't see the emotion when the door snapped open, right? Because of TV. But Yegos, you do see her reset into that mode of just remorse, you know? Just letting it take over again as she speaks about.
A couple of the rats, and Priet actually, will get off of food duty and like crawl up onto the bed and like kind of just cuddle into Muriel's neck.
Yeah, she leans into it a little bit and then just she makes the same noise as she's feeling comforted by this and looks at the rats and goes, "Thank you," and then looks at you, Yegos, and goes, "Thank you, Yegos. This is very much needed."
And I would also know, like, CB knows what happens with the rest of the food after it's done. They don't. So you see, again, like rats, like ants, when they're like grabbing stuff and bringing it back to their nest. You see like a couple of bones just yeeted and carried off with some rats. You see a couple who get scrapped, just all going back into the mantle.
Yeah, and it doesn't even like bulk out. It's the same size. It just goes somewhere.
I think Rain's gonna point to all the rats crawling into his mantle and point to Lancelot in their jacket and be like, "Hey, I get it."
Yeah, you see a puppy just in the just poking his head out toward you, Yegos, and you see Lancelot is looking very sad that the food is being taken away, and then
Rain's gonna give him like a little snack
and gives you a lick and then pops back down. Magically goes away in a sense, so your fit is still the fit. So Muriel turns back to you, Lynn, and goes, so I am not usually here. I am working elsewhere.
Okay. Doing what, if I may ask? Or if that's a personal question?
That's a personal question.
Okay, no problem.
The most important thing is, if it is written on my bedpost, then Could it be written on anyone else's?
May have to check other rooms for that.
What is that?
I don't know. I do not speak this language myself.
I cannot read it either.
I can. Don't ask me how.
What
It says dark dreams. Which is concerning for a orphanage.
Was it is that written on Cedric's bed?
Where is Cedric's room, if I may ask?
At the lower level. The lower level.
I just kind of look back at the others and say, maybe investigate that. I need
Aren't-
to summarize something, though.
Aren't dreams always dark?
Maybe yours.
Well, what would it even mean to have a light dream? We don't sleep in the mornings.
That's fair. Hey, team huddle. Rain's gonna like kind of wave everybody a little bit into the hallway.
Be back 1 second. I say to the others.
Muriel just turns to Yegos and is like, I don't know what we're doing now. It's no idea.
Rain's be like, all right,
Is there more food?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't get any.
Hey. we'll figure out a way to get them more food.
No dream pastries, though.
Yeah, no dream
Aw.
pastries.
Not again.
Rain's gonna give like a little bit of a sharp look to Lynn and be like, no dream pastries. Agreed. Anyways,
You'll get your vengeance one day. Don't worry.
one day, God damn it. Listen, these people seem like they're really on edge. We didn't help with that, for sure.
Mhm.
I think that Davy Aka should stay up here and learn a little bit more about them and see what they're doing here, a little bit more about what what is that guy's relationship with Cedric and what's been going on here recently. And Lint and I will go look to see if that weird ass writing is also on Cedric's bedpost. And if that's the case, Muriel's in trouble.
Oh.
That works for me. I looked at Davey, I was like, maybe you'll see more rats.
Before you go, Davy, I will ask, could I just have the fingernail back? I'll give it back. I just need to check one thing.
You promise you'll give it back?
I promise.
Okay. Davy hands over the fingernail.
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna test something. Just rule out
Sure.
something.
You
All right,
go
team,
for it.
split.
All right.
Okay.
Never split the party, but let's split the party.
It's an orphanage. What could go wrong?
Exactly. It's not called Cursed
So
Orphanage
much,
for
so
no reason.
much.
Okay, Lint and I are gonna run down the stairs and go look at Cedric's bed.
All right.
Okay, no, before that, I
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
have one thing to check.
Yes.
They just want to rule out, is there blood on this nail? Because I picked it from the wall. That was like in bloody scratch marks.
Yeah. So it would have been it would have been on this part here because it
Mhm.
snapped off the nail. So it would have absolutely been a little bit of dry blood on the
Okay.
base. I don't know what that's called
All right.
there.
He wants to check one thing. He wants to go back to Milivoje's room and
Mhm.
just quickly look at his hands to see if he's missing any fingernails.
Oh, that's very important. Yeah, that's cool. Smart idea. No.
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 Okay, then they're going to go back to the place where they found the fingernails.
Claudia just watches you do that, looks at his
Just-
nails,
Yeah,
looks at
it's
the
running all over
fingernail.
the place. Now, question. They want to just somehow forensic to see if the blood of the scratch marks is
Yeah.
identical to the blood on the fingernail, to see if it was something else that caused the scratch marks and whoever owned this fingernail is a victim, or if they're the cause of it. So, do they need to do a medicine check or just cast identify?
I would say, I'd probably say this is either medicine or you could do identify. Honestly, I'll let you
Yeah.
do identify if you want to ritually do that. It's up to you.
Um,
I'll say this as well. It's going to take. There's going to be a few things that are happening downstairs. What might take about 10 minutes anyway. So if you do want to do
Yeah.
the ritual things, you can do. I'm not trying
I
to be
can
ominous,
just
by the way.
I can just cast normal identify as
If
a
you want
first
to.
level, which is just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Just to quickly check all of that.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, he's gonna do that. He's just gonna like one finger on the scratch mark of where it is, and the other one holding it while he's like crushed up the powder of a pearl in his hands from his components pouch. He's gonna cast identify just to see if the blood matches, as if the owner of the fingernail is responsible for the scratches.
You get a wave of energy as you pay attention to the blood. And then that voice from the book comes in and goes, Of course you find creepy fucking blood and nails everywhere.
Do you have eyes? Can you not look around and see where the hell we
I
are?
don't. I only notice what you touch, and any kind of ritual you do, I can pay attention to that. This seems to me to be a match. The blood on the scratch, I assume, is the same connected to this nail.
Okay. Right.
I
there
need to
seems to be-
rest. I need to rest.
Okay.
But please, if you need to say anything,
Oh,
please.
you need a fucking rest.
I
Fine,
do.
yes. I close the book again and shut him up. And I turn to Rain and just for a quick look at the nail. Does it look animalistic or does it just look like a kid's fingernail?
Yeah,
Rain's just watched you talk to a book, so Rain's
Yes.
like,
He just turns around with a manic look at his eye and just says, found this in the scratch marks. It's a child's fingernail. If we can find who owns this, which persons this came from, then they caused the scratch marks at least. I'm guessing some form of transformation. If I remember rightly, the priest back at the church mentions that someone was suffering from lycanthropy.
you don't think it was Cedric being dragged and trying to stop himself from going out the window?
If that is the case, then Cedric might not be dead. He might be in
Or he
some
was
kind of...
thrown out?
Why would he throw himself out?
Someone might have been trying to pull him out the window?
There's two very strange cases with these two people. We've got Milivoj in there who's seeping death as we speak, and we found whoever owns this nail is currently making some kind of monstrous transformation.
Rain's
And
gonna
the
shake
dead
be like, you know how I
child.
feel about the word seeping, Clint.
Okay. There's multiple things going on in this place. For now, let's go and find the bedpost and just narrows that down, and then we'll deal with this as we go.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts the nail in a jar for now, just because he doesn't want to ruin it for Davy's integrity, and just
Okay.
pockets it.
All right. While that's going on, is Davy and Bakor still in the room with Yegos?
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I hold your rat?
Are you going to hurt them?
Of course not, silly.
You don't see Priyet,
Mhm.
but you do see maybe like 10 of the rats just kind of like go down, and then like in like 2 rows of 5 just kind of like stand in front of Davy and like tilt their head.
Davy's gonna pick one up and start petting it.
I'll kneel down and start petting one. And no, because like I was looking at him and say like rats are really interesting because a lot of people tend to be very scared. But rats are actually incredibly intelligent and incredibly friendly. So I pick one up and I start petting it as well.
So
And
you
they carry-
say that, and you know, like those, whenever like you pick up a cat who doesn't want to be touched, but they're just
Mhm.
confused as to what's touching, so they're just like,
Mm.
that's what all of the rats are doing.
I just look at him like I'm so
All
sorry.
at the same time? That's a nightmare to look at. Oh, God.
I just look at the one that I picked up. I'm like, I'm so sorry, little one. I know that I'm a bird, but I don't eat rats. Okay.
Oh, it's even worse.
That's
It's
very
like-
true. They almost like want to go belly up in a you know, like a, I'm good, please.
Easy reaction. Then I look up at our friend here and I say, "What is your name again, my friend?" I completely forgot. Well, there's so much going on around the room that I just couldn't really focus.
Was this a Yegos? Sorry.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yegos?
Yegos, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Bakaw again. I know a lot happened very quickly there. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Davy.
Where do you all come from?
I come from the
Seen
swamp.
you before?
Have you ever been to the swamp?
No.
That's why.
Oh. And you come from the sky?
Something like that. I come from a church. I worship a goddess named Mother of Ravens.
You
and-
know Father Lucian?
Do I know Father Lucian? I do.
We're
You
from
come.
very far away. Did you know that there were things beyond the mists?
No.
Me neither.
David, let's not scare him at first. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. Instead of talking about the things beyond the mist.
I'd never get close. I was told to stay away.
Do you stay here all the time, Yegos?
I am not in the orphanage, no. I live beneath the church.
Beneath the church.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get out much at all?
No,
You see any bones?
I mean there's dead people.
But like special bones.
I don't know what makes a bone special.
Me neither. But Carl, what
Neither
makes
would
a bone special?
You think that I would know that, Davy, but I don't know either.
I guess all bones are special.
When you look at it that way, and life seems a little bit more bright, doesn't it?
I don't know if that's true or not.
You gotta look at things more optimistically, Yegos.
I don't know what that word means.
As this conversation continues, Lynn and Rain, you are investigating the bedposts. Is that correct?
Finding the room first.
All right. So both of you make investigation checks, please.
Ah,
7.
I also got a 7.
Yo, really?
Why
Okay.
did you get a 7?
You will find it. It's not that you're not going to find it, right? Because there are names and stuff. And
We just knock on each door individually and just turn the knob.
Yeah.
Very, very scary situation for
That's
the kids
fine.
who are in the room
Is
where they
this
hear
that
a
dead
knock.
kid's room?
That's okay. You take a few moments just to. It takes you a while, right? While to actually find Cedric's room, and eventually you do come to the dorm for Cedric. Actually, Cedric, his room is very simple. You see that it's kind of. You can see there's like bits of things. Oh, you roll really low though on your investigation. You definitely will go to the bedpost and see stuff, right? I'll go on to that in a second.
Yeah. It's very dark in the room. We can't see much in the dark.
It's fine. But yes, you will see that there are possibly like things that he stole and kept for keepsakes, right? There's like a pen, a fountain pen, just ink little bits here. It looks like this is a petty thief's treasure trove, where it's just a bunch of random shit, no value at all, just taking it because he could. With that, you go up to his bedpost, and you immediately see the same writing. Now, I will add this: while you were kind of opening and closing other doors, luckily there's kids are playing downstairs, right, or in the garden as well, avoiding that area where there's that splattered blood. You do also notice that there's writing dark dreams on every other child's bedpost. Every one of the beds that you look at has the words in abyssal dark dreams.
That's not good. Can I, because it was at the very end of my detect magic, do I not know what school of magic the abyssal was in?
It's still necrotic. Yeah, you still catch
Okay.
it's fucking necrotic central, basically. Now, I will say this. There is one bed that does not have dark dreams written on it. Only one.
Investigate that bed.
Sure, roll. I'm going to give you one more roll because, whoa, it's rough to roll. But both of you rolled a 7.
Oh, that's better. 19.
So you see that on this bed is written in very faint ink the name Felix. Felix.
Is the bed looking like every other of like the kids' beds?
Yep.
Okay.
Can Rain maybe look underneath the bed, like do an investigation?
Yeah. You'd have to roll. You look under the bed. There's nothing really underneath there. The only difference really is that this bed has not got Dark Dreams written all over it. Or at least on the bedposts. Or anywhere. I'll just say that. Anywhere on the bed just to sort that out for you lot.
Yeah. A lot's going on, so Lint's already got his book out and is already making like notes of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like writing it down. And then they kind of go over to Rain and then just say, "Did you catch anything odd with that Muriel girl?"
She seemed really defensive and angry, but I think that's because we busted into her room.
It's just, I don't know. It might just be coincidence, seeing patterns and things, but every now and again through our journey, I've spotted a raven with a blue feather. And she's got a blue streak in her hair. And she didn't really want to disclose what her job was.
No,
Maybe
I think
something-
we need to ask some more questions.
Carefully.
Hey, how often do you just talk to your book? How often do you just yell at a book like that?
It's a wizard thing, unfortunately, side effect of me doing this nonsense. And the nonsense being learning about the world and how it works.
Okay, Rain's gonna look and just kind of be like, uh-huh, and then try to think in their head, be like, I should be supportive. I shouldn't make them feel weird. If you ever need me to yell at your book for you, you just let me know.
Just for something to bear
Thank
in
you.
mind for you, Lynn.
Mhm.
Regarding the connection to the book and stuff, you've never met anyone who has this ability.
No.
For you at least, you're the only person you know you didn't know this was a thing until it happened.
Yeah.
So just something to think about there.
Okay.
So you two, after this, we're gonna say because you did roll low on your investigation, it takes you a bit of time. We'll say 20 to 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. On the way back up, Lint would have asked, like, "Oh, did Car send anything?
Who? Sorry.
Like, but did Core send anything? Because there was a thing of like, if he knew where good and evil was coming from."
He said.
he-
I didn't know the exact location of the good and evil. I just knew the presence was stronger upstairs than
Okay.
downstairs.
Now again, you are more than welcome to cast that again, Bacor, if you want to get a bit more of a. It is in this location.
I would love to cast spells, but I need a long rest.
See, you lot blew your load against some bloody punks.
It was our fault they crossed our path.
Yeah. It's true. It's very true.
Hey,
I'm
well, we
gonna-
can go upstairs and ask some questions and be like, hey, you know how we busted into your room and you hated that? We're gonna stay in here now. We're here forever.
You're more than welcome to do
friends.
that. You can
It's fine.
you can ask those questions in this room if you want to. So
I
you,
I
have
need
a
to,
quick-
need to ask.
I have a quick question. And it's going to reveal a thing. Oops. How long have I am a regular at the orphanage, correct?
as a visitor to Maria,
As
whenever
a
she's
visitor.
there.
Yeah. So I assume I know some things about the people who or the kids who are there, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera.
So I sent you a bit of information about what you know. And that could be a case of you could say that you heard that information just by being around and maybe looking around the area a little bit and listening into conversations. It could be that Muriel told you. It's up to you how you learned of those.
Yeah, 100%. No, I got that. It's more so because a certain rat is in a corner.
Yes.
Do I recognize whose bed that
Ooh. Yes.
person, who that belongs to?
Yes, you do. So this is something that Lint and Rain does not see. Lint and Rain, what you do not see is that same little rat with a brain has been stealthily following you.
Would Lancelot smell him?
Not with that stealth roll. They rolled out of the game, rolled very high, and they were able to basically track you. Obviously, I think you can communicate anyway with that, so I think they would have sent that information over to you. Yeah, so once you come up, you know exactly which bed that was and who that bed belongs to.
Okay. I was good. I'm not saying anybody did yet. He definitely was following.
It was fantastic,
so.
yeah. You didn't know shit, you lot.
Hey, we still don't know shit because we didn't. He rolled high.
Ah, true.
What's a rat? I don't know what that is.
They don't exist.
What's a rat? Yes.
What is a rat? All right, ready? So
you probably do hear like a quick scurry as the rat just like books it back to me.
Very true.
They just be like, damn kids.
Crawl on all fours.
So you two come back into the room. Bakor and Davey, you've just been having a bit of a catch up. Unless there's specific questions you two would like to ask them, we could just be like a general conversations, where you from, all that kind of stuff. If you want to just go by that, it's up to you guys.
How do you know your friend? And Davey will look at Muriel.
I've known her since I've been here. She's a good friend of mine.
It's nice. And who are you again?
Me?
Davey will look over to Muriel.
Yeah. I am Muriel. You ask a lot of questions, little lady. I say little.
Hey, you don't answer that many questions, do you?
No, I find it safer not to do that.
How did you get
Well,
your
this
hair
is
like
great.
that?
I did it myself. It's not my natural
Really?
hair. Yes, I you see, like, she immediately, like, snaps into this passionate, like, oh, and she goes and finds, like, a little bit of paint. And
You
it's
see
like,
Yegos behind her going,
I catch on what's happening. Like, oh my god, yeah, your hair is really beautiful, so luscious.
You
How do you
that
keep
to
that
me?
maintained at work? Where do you work again? Can I roll like a?
I am- yeah.
Let's do maybe not persuasion. What would this be?
For this insight, if you're going to be trying
Insight?
to ascertain, you see that she sort of stops and goes, well, I am a fan of the arts. 25. Give me a second. She's just passionate right now. She hasn't said any lies. She's just passionate about this moment of someone wants to know about her. And yes, I just like to, I don't know. My hair is very boring, and I just wanted to spruce it up a little bit.
you know it draws attention though.
Yes, Yegos, it does, but I cannot help being who I am.
Could you show me how to do that?
Of course. And she will spend a few minutes, if you want, painting your hair. This little colours of streaks of blue. Looks at Yegos and goes, don't worry, Yegos. They seem to be okay.
They ask a lot of questions and they could I don't want you to get hurt.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna hurt you, silly.
And if you guys are nervous about us here, you guys could ask us questions.
Thank you for showing us your friends. You can see my friends if you'd like.
Davey, I don't know if that's the right place for this.
I don't think you'll understand them until after your body decomposes, but then I'll promise to introduce you.
You see Muriel will stop painting your hair and just goes, oh, well, do you look at that? I've ran out of paint. I'll have to restock in eventually. And she, like, puts it in a drawer, slams it shut.
Aww.
And that's
Davey
when...
gets really excited, but she's really harmless.
Very scary innocence, isn't it?
I wouldn't disagree with that statement, to be honest, but I do love Davey.
Linton Rain, you come back into the room. Rain, you are muted.
Sorry, I live near a quarry and there are explosions happening right now. So if you hear that, don't worry about it.
Background ambience.
It's just booming blade going off to one of the kids.
There's actual, like, it's rattling the house right now.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh wow.
All right. Rain's gonna be like, hey, we got bad news, guys. It looks like a lot of the bedposts down there have this same writing on it. Except for one.
Yes, the name is, and he looks at the book, Felix, and then he looks over at Muriel and Igos and asks, do you know of this Felix? You two of you say that you're not here a lot, but I assume you know who this is.
Muriel looks at you, Yegos.
Um, they are new.
How new? Like a couple of days? Or
Couple of months, like more than a couple of months, but they
How
are.
soon did Cedric die after Felix got here?
Cedric died the night before.
Night before?
Yeah.
concerning that Felix seems to be the only one who does not have it. Did you notice these markings on your beds, like as a recent addition?
The markings?
Yes, have they always been here since you've known, or have these just showed up randomly?
I have not thought about looking at my bedposts, so I've not noticed them.
Maybe Felix was leaving a gift. You don't leave yourself gifts, so.
You don't look at the bedpost and think, oh, something wrong with it. You just think it's a normal bedpost, so why would you look at it in detail?
I would be more concerned that something has happened to my room that I'd not noticed before. As if someone snuck in.
Well, Yegos, do you want to talk about Felix more, or would you like me to give him some more information?
I don't know what is important to say. They were here like 6-7 months ago or something, and their parents were killed by wolves. So they say, but
Wolves.
I don't know if that's important to now.
Felix was, when they arrived, withdrawn. Kind of a shy, isolated child. Milivoj was the first person to connect to them. I don't know if it's because they have a similar background, but he took to them quite well. Now, I do not hear all the time, but I hear that after a few months they were fine. And then recently they became a bit more stern. I believe Milivoj. The only thing I can remember is at one point Milivoj gave him a locket of some sort as a way to gain their trust, to connect to them and make them feel a bit more comfortable. I know that Felix was looking at that locket quite a lot. He loved it. That's all I know about Felix.
How has Felix been around recently?
He should be here somewhere.
If you come with us to walk around the orphanage, can you point them out to us?
Yes, of course.
I think we should track down this Felix, see where they are. Maybe they can answer a few questions for us.
Yeah. If you want to go as a group, you can do that, if that's cool with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, after a bit of time, you see that, by the way, Yegos, do you come with the group, just so I know?
Is Muriel going with?
Yes. Muriel is helping them point out where Felix is.
Gotcha. Yeah, he will go with.
Cool.
He will begrudgingly at first, but we'll go with, yeah.
Question for UCB about Yegos. Do you allow Muriel to like touch, or is that a no-go kind of thing?
That's fine.
That's fine. So
Muriel can.
Yeah. You see Muriel is like kind of wrapping her arm around your elbow and just going, it's okay, come on, we'll help this out. We'll figure out what happened to Cedric, and then we'll honor his death. And honestly, if we can solve this with these lots, then we've done something good. Yes?
I should note that once Diego starts to move, because he's been like sitting down this entire time. He's about 6'3".
Oh yeah, that's true.
Probably.
He's big.
But he hunches over.
Yes. Yeah.
you don't think there's necessarily like he doesn't have like a hunchback per se, but he definitely hunches over.
Kind of
walks very.
Is it kind of like a person who knows it's tall? They want to like curl over so they're not as like intimidating, or they try to fit in kind of thing.
Oh, it's just a physical thing that you just someone like it's like someone who stands upright all the time just walks with their head high naturally. Yep. He just like walks with the hunch naturally.
Fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It's like the complete opposite of Macaw. I love it.
Yeah, yeah,
very stoic and very tall.
Yeah.
And you're just like
always looking out. Definitely, yeah.
Very fair. After a bit of time, you look around this orphanage. You go around the garden. You kind of peek around where that bloodstain is and the impact. And Muriel goes, "That is strange. Where are they? They are not in the rooms. They're not in the dining area. They're not in the garden."
When was the last time you saw Felix?
I've only just arrived here myself, so I'm not too sure. The last time I saw him was a few days ago, and he would be wandering around, keeping to himself. Sometimes I do believe I did see Cedric talk to him. Maybe.
You say you saw them talk to each other. What was the emotion between the conversation, if you could have picked that up? Were they aggressive to one another? Was it just light conversation?
She rolled low on insight in rewind time. I am not sure. I believe there's a bit of pushing, maybe? But a kid will be kids sometimes. We here at the orphanage, well, not me anymore, but we would toughen each other up with the real world, and pushing around was normal. Cedric was a bit more. He would take it a little bit further and get in trouble, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think just instinctively, I got so scared my portable battery just had a whole moment. External battery. I think as you start talking, just instinctively, Yegos is going to look at Priet, and Priet's going to scurry down and just do a general scan around the entire perimeter of where they are. More so like if there's any footprints, especially childlike footprints. He knows what Felix looks like, to like if he can like match things up as best as possible.
Oh, okay.
Things of that nature, just to see if like Felix was around and went somewhere, or if they're just not here at all.
Got you. In that case, roll me. You can roll perception on this one if you want to. It could be investigation. Your call. You are going to be using what's the pronouns of your rat friend?
I think all.
All. Okay.
They are not
that fair.
Real? I don't know.
Rats aren't real, chat.
They're just not.
They don't exist.
Perception is a 13.
I'll catch this then for you. With a 13, you spend a bit of time. Well, Priet spends a bit of time looking around and doesn't really pick up too much in regards to like recent tracks or recent scents, especially with Felix. Everyone else is kind of normal. This is very a normal area. With 13, do rats look up? Do they? They do, right?
Yeah. They look up.
Yeah.
They look stand on their hind legs, but they look up.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you think
That's 100%. You know what? Take an inspiration, please, for that. You can have a DM inspiration for that impression of a rat standing up. You get one, and you don't get any more. Use it wisely. You see that Priet will have a little bit of a like sniff in the air, and then look at the very top of the building, and just
Do we see this?
What is the vibe I'm getting from that look?
The vibe you get.
Maybe he's on the roof.
Your
Because
eyes,
we can communicate easily.
Your
Yeah.
eyes, once you see Priet look up, something is going on in the attic. Your eyes gaze up, and you notice within the windows of this attic area, there's around about 6 windows surrounding, and there's this very faint shadow within those windows.
Okay.
Do we see this or do we not see this?
It depends if Yegos communicates that to you lot.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, he's not really talking much, but I think it's fair that he's a new one, so people are like looking at him every now and then.
Yeah.
You do notice that he's staring up at the attic now.
I look over at Lint and Rain and like, I thought something was going on upstairs. I sensed it earlier.
I
What's
get to-
upstairs?
I
don't
get
know.
a terrible
Davey.
feeling it's not
More
good.
with sense.
Are we fighting it?
Probably.
Bet money we will.
I just don't want people to get hurt, but something's going on.
We
Mira,
can keep it in the attic and not anywhere downstairs, then we should be fine.
Well,
Mira,
there's a
we
window
don't
up
have
there.
to
We can
fight.
throw it out the window.
Mirlo go, I do not like the look of this. Yegos, I am absolutely not going to go up there.
I will.
We know you will, Davy. We know you
Crippling,
will.
I had a feeling. Yes, I do not know what is up there, but I know you are strong in your abilities. Maybe these kind people could do with a little bit of backup.
And he goes, if you help us, I will be more than willing to make more food later.
You know when you stare into a dark forest and suddenly there's just thousands of eyes looking back at you?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of eyes just to peek through every patchy hole in the mantle, like food.
I love that
I looked down.
description.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That was so sick. So sick.
Periscope.
CB, I'm so glad you're in this campaign, dude. I'm so glad.
I go from looking at Yegos to looking at the eyes and be like, yeah, 45 pounds worth of food.
They don't understand weight at all,
'Cause
surely.
No.
I'm starting to connect.
Brain's gonna be like, that's a lot of food.
I'm just addressing the rats now instead of like Yegos.
Make an animal handling check, and Yegos, do they get advantage on this, or disadvantage on this, or normal roll? They are your rats, so you decide.
There is no way in heck they are not persuaded by this food.
Advantage on your animal handling.
In the meantime,
Cool.
Lint is going to take the little vial of the nail out of his pocket, go over to Davy and say, I said I would keep it safe for you. We need to find the owner of it.
16, by the way.
You tell me, Yegos, what we like.
Yeah. One, they are definitely moving around super excited. And it's hard for Yegos not to see it and gets the loudest sigh. But then I want to say 3 of them suddenly like go out of his mantle, crawl down his foot, go to you, attempt to crawl up your leg, and then just like perch on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I go from looking at them and then I look up to Yegos and kind of wink. And then we're ready to go.
All right, you lot. With
That
that,
is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Pleasure to meet you, Bo. Or 3,
Is it?
sorry.
yo, you send me those names after this TV, because I want to remember them. Because I ain't
We
gonna
need all
remember right now.
5,000 names.
Yes, please.
Can you repeat the names again? Because I should probably remember that too.
I'm being messy. It's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
I love them.
From the Bible.
Oh my god.
Or VeggieTales.
Or
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales. Benny.
man.
It's
Wow,
totally
big
Benny.
cultural
Oh,
shift
it's
there.
done. It's done. It's Shadrach, Meshach, and Benny. It's not even
It's
Abednego.
been so many years since I've heard those 3 names, and when I was a kid, I could not hear them without laughing.
The curse
They
of
are.
Strahd, everyone. So, as Bakar, you now have 3 little rat friends on you. I'm assuming you're going to make your way back up the stairs. Is that correct, everyone?
There we go.
Yes.
there's this.
Right before
Please.
entering the attic, Davey's gonna put up her symbiotic entity.
Okay, how long does that last?
10 minutes.
You're fine then, cool. Just making sure.
What was that?
They're posting up their symbiotic entity, their spore druid thing.
All of the little mushrooms, you see they have like this cloak around one of their arms, but as they sort of lift their staff a little bit, you see that their entire arm is covered in fungus of different kinds that like glow slightly, and all of the mushrooms on them sort of open up and this like cloud of spores begins surrounding them.
And could I also just prep a channel divinity before going upstairs?
Yeah, channel divinities last a minute or 10.
Let me double check.
Just want to make sure, because like you don't know what's going to happen yet, so I don't want you to be casting it and then something might happen to delay that and then it fades. I don't want you wasting a channel divinity. That's all.
Give me a time.
I'll say this. When things pop, if things pop, we'll say that's a readied action, and you can go poof as it something happens.
That works for me. Yeah. I just didn't want to spend a turn.
That's okay. No, I totally understand that. Yeah, totally understand that.
I think Yegos will look at Muriel and kind of like nod his head and be safe. We'll be back.
The same goes to you, dear.
And the bottom of Yegos's pants are definitely like torn and gross. So like you see like maybe like a foot and a quarter of his leg at the bottom before they get to his really ratty shoes. You see him start to whisper to himself, but like it's like whispering, and I don't know how people's perceptions are, but it's a level of like I can do this and things of that nature.
I'd say Davey catches it, and Bakor, I believe you can catch it too.
Yeah, it's definitely self-affirmation, but also like a level of like, but as he's saying that, you will see on his legs suddenly black like spots begin to form with slight hair. Like it gets slightly furrier, very slightly. As I cast Long Strider on myself.
Yeah. Let's go. Rain, Lynn, anything else you want to do before we get up into the attic?
I'm a basic bitch. I have nothing to prepare.
That's fine. I understand. Lynn?
Can I do steady aim right now?
Rain? I mean, I guess you could. You
I don't have to.
You don't have to. It's a bonus action anyway, so don't worry about it right now, I'd say. So, you lot make your way up to the attic. The attic, as you enter, of what you way up these stairs, there is that wall of concentrated energy, dark energy coming from it. And as you make your way to the top, you see the lights from the outside. Again, dim light, because Barovia is pretty much always in dim light. The lights come in, and you see a child. A child a little bit further forward than the center. And you see, facing away from you, because that's obviously creepier, sort of occasionally little flakes of wood just flicks off. As you see what you assume is Felix carving something. And then places down just, looks like a doll. And then does it again. In all of your minds, you hear a voice. It was his fault. He was the one who picked on me. He was the one who stole or tried to steal my locket. And I was not going to let him steal it. No. Not at all. When I heard the people crying at him, lying there, all I could think of is no one cried when my parents were gone. I didn't cry when my parents were gone. Why did he? Why did he get it? There's no reason. It's just a person, it's just a body. He was the bad one. I was not. I was not. There's this moment where this child has like ashy blondish hair coming just to the bottom of her neck, turns around. That's all of you. And you see the eyes are looking at you, but there's no life behind them.
Davey's gonna step up towards them.
The moment you start to walk towards, you look at them and they turn to you and go, you, and this is all in your minds. You are here for the locket. You will not have the locket. No, no, no. This locket is mine, and you will not touch this.
I don't want your locket.
And the skin from this child starts to melt away. The head tilts. And you swear you see the back of this child's head, the hair, starts to split behind. It's like there's a curtain unveiled behind it. As the skin melts away, you see a shadow start to emerge from behind. As Felix's corpse starts to twist and turn, and the very skin of Felix starts to land on the floor. And standing on top of this skin, you see a creature with a large belly covered in just mucus and warts and scratches and just demonish skin. Longish face with big yellow eyes. Long hair but balding on top. Really skinny arms and long pointed claws. Skinny legs, looks at you and goes, you will not stop me. I'm going to go on a break, and then we'll go back for initiative.
I hate it when you do that. Oh my
God damn it.
Yo, I need a pee so fucking badly. You lot are roleplay. I was like, okay, I'm going to let this happen. We'll be back in 5 minutes for this battle, because my dudes, I'm sorry, they are fighting. But yeah. But by the way, everyone, woo, let's go, CB. Welcome in, CB. Yegos is awesome.
That was great. Oh my god.
Yegos is so cool.
Nice.
I love him.
I am going to die.
Maybe.
No.
We'll see.
No way, don't worry.
I am one. And by the way, again, thank you so much for Carmen for putting this amazing overlay together. It's fucking great. Obviously, Turquoise Magpie, thank you for designing this as well. I love this design so much. I'm going to put on the break time, and Yegos will be part of the official break time screen now because they are part of the crew. Kind of.
Yay.
I am until I die. Anyway, 5 minutes. See you soon. Bye-bye. everyone. We're back. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
Let's get right into it, everyone, because we had a little bit of an investigation with the group. We introduced CB's character, Yegos, as a very shyly joined the group with a little bit of encouragement from Muriel. But we went into the attic to discover that Felix was not Felix in the end. And they are presented with a creature that is almost melting. You see that the skin is like human skin, but slowly flops off and lands on the floor. Let me, for you lot, show you what I'm talking about. And obviously, with anyone who knows what this is, make sure you keep it to yourselves, pretty please.
What is that? I'm good. Nar. Absolutely not.
I'm going to stay in blissful ignorance.
As these teeth sort of chatter towards you.
Whether I want to or not.
No, don't look at anyone. Play it like you don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not looking.
Plus, who knows? I might change a few things because I'm the DM and it's my game. Let's have a go.
I do that all the time.
Exactly, right? So, everyone, are you all comfortable with your positioning right here? I assumed Yegos was going to be at the back. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, everyone. Okay, anyone else want to move? Are we comfortable here? We're not going to get. Go, please. No, please.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that once Davies moved forward and they started having a moment, as he was stepping back, you would see his eyes get pretty big, and then anybody who was like close, I would guess it's Lint, you will almost see like armadillo scales suddenly just like grow out of their skin. And it looks very uncomfortable as it happens, just like his arms and a little bit of like his neck area as I cast bark skin.
Yo, okay, I'll let you that. Now everyone's had something to do before combat apart from Lint and Rain. Was there anything you two would have done before this without knowing what you were against, or would there have been anything else?
I guess Lint being close to Yegos would have just double take looked at him and just gone, fair enough. I'm seeing weirder.
Okay, anything for you, Rain? I want to make sure everyone, because I want to give everyone a little chance here before we crack on.
I think Rain's gonna step between that thing and Davy, and let's roll.
Okay, did you just move your character off screen? Your character, I think your character disappeared.
I just tried to move Rain in front of Davy and then I evaporated.
It totally happened like that.
Hang on. So you're like, haha. Okay, let me find your token for you.
Just to confirm, my Channel Divinity is running, correct?
Yes, you did cast it as you came up. That was established. So yes, you can absolutely do that if you'd like to. Let me just find your Rain. Let me give you possession of them.
Feel free to move Lint because I won't be on roll 20.
That's fine, yeah. Right now you're like behind, not in a straight line. You're sort of conquering, but you know. All right.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with their position? Yes. All right.
What?
Roll initiative, then everyone. Let's go.
Huzzah.
Or don't.
Ooh.
Well, we leave.
That makes me very happy. Just saying. I feel very happy right now.
Natural 20, 21.
Yo, nice.
Davey's gonna one shot.
Oh,
I got a 19.
What's your dex, Davey?
+1 is my initiative, so.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Baby. Sorry, I got excited.
Okay, so, sorry. Davey is 21. Bacall, what's yours?
Oh, it's -1, 18.
18, that's still a very good roll. Lint? What's yours?
7.
Okay. Rain?
I got an 11.
11.
Hang on, give me 1 second.
Don't worry, it's okay. Yegos, this was your first roll, my dude. What did you get?
Natural 1.
Oh no!
It's really fitting though.
It is.
Yegos.
It is.
It really is.
That's very true.
I got a 4, but yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, what?
All right.
Yerp.
All right. So let me make sure I got the order right. Yep. David there. Bacall there. Rain there. Lint. There. Yegos. Bring it up the rear. And we're in. Okay. Everyone okay with the music volume? Everyone who's listening? We good? Yep. All right. So, top of the round is this creature. They rolled. They got 21 their initiative, and they have a higher dex than you. So,
Fair.
literally the exact same thing, but a little bit more. So, let's go into it, chat. Chat. Oh, I'm going to talk to chat because this is going to be a nasty start. So, Rain, you're in front, yes? Wonderful.
Damn.
Oh, this is fucking fascinating. So as this creature steps kind of over Felix's skin, you do see a little bit of bones in the skin as it crunches and looks at you. Its teeth start to chatter, and you see it's like their teeth are made out of like a mixture of stone, if you would, stone, steel. Just everything is just a mess in the mouth. It's like your creativity in your brain can't comprehend what's going off in there. And they charge right at you.
I have a
And
question.
Davey. Yes.
So I wasn't here for the second half last time. It says my current hit points is 27 out of 44. Did we rest like at
You had
all?
a short rest, so you should have rolled hit dice in order to get up.
Yeah, roll some hit dice. Let's get that back, because trust me, you need them.
Yeah, I was about which hit dice? What are
So
these?
you're going to be rolling d8s. So you have currently 5 d8s that you can roll, and you can roll all of them, half of them, and whatever you roll, add that to your health, plus your Constitution modifier, I believe, too, if I'm correct in the short rest.
For each roll, yeah. For each
Yeah.
roll you do, yeah.
So roll them one by one and then see how many.
That's
you
true,
use.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Pakul,
add
what's
10.
your radius? Is it 30 feet, I believe, right?
Radius for...
Your channel divinity. Which channel divinity did you choose?
I haven't chosen yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you said you casted it as you came up before.
Yeah, it's going to be Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay,
It's
cool.
30 feet, yeah.
Cool, just making sure.
Mhm.
All right. We're going to go for a kind of purpley color. Yo, that's the Twilight for you. There you go. Okay, are you all set, Rain?
And just so you know,
Yeah.
it's only you put that aura only on you. You gotta put it on players, so we see it too.
Do-do-do. Hang on. Rain, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, are you sure?
37 out of 44. That's what we're going with.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
use all of your hit die?
Should I? I don't know.
You don't have to. I'm curious for a thing that I have.
Uh-huh.
I did not use. I've got 3 left.
Okay. Also, when it moves into range with me, it has to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Got it. Let me just double check something. It does fail.
Uh-oh. Well, it should take 4 points of necrotic damage.
It does, but you notice that it only takes half. So it's a bit.
Okay.
It is because literally its body is oozing this necrotic energy, but it does take 2 of those points. Okay, so comes after you, Rain, and you, Davey, and it's gonna go with. It's gonna claw you, Rain, and bite you, Davey. Let's see what happens. So-
Sorry, am I not biteable?
Maybe we'll see.
Snack.
16 plus 6, 22 to hit you, Rain.
Yeah, it's 17 to hit.
You
so.
take 12 points of slashing, and I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
Nice job. As it slashes you, and you take that 12 slashing damage, you feel your body trying to seize up, but you shake it off, and you face it head on. Davey, after you. 23 to hit you as it bites. As it bites down on you, you take 14 piercing. And do me a favor, I'm going to say this. Could you roll a d4 for me, please?
4.
Your charisma score is reduced by 4.
There's no save for it?
Nope.
Ooh, okay.
That's rude.
Welcome to the game, CB. Now, I'm going to say this, by the way, Davey, for flavor in this. It bites into you, and as it retracts, your very, like, your very, like, awareness of who you are starts to get pulled out, and it kind of absorbs you as that happens. So, with that, it's your go, Davey.
Okay, Shillelagh first.
Yep.
As this thing bites her, and I would probably flavor it as it bites her in her fungal arm, and
Yeah.
some of the mushrooms get swallowed by this creature. And as that happens, she activates Shillelagh, and the mushrooms crawl up her staff, and she's going to hit it.
For flavor, you do hear the voices in your head start to scream as some of them are starting to get pulled out. They're kind of holding on to something inside of you as their very essence is trying to be pulled out right now.
It's only a 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Ooh. Okay. So I will separate the bludgeoning and the necrotic.
Yes, please.
8 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
And 3 points of necrotic.
Okay, and 3 points of necrotic, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you see that it is resistant to bludgeoning.
It's magical. It's magical because of Shillelagh.
Okay, then you're fine. Good. Very good looking out. Very good looking out.
And then Davy is going to move here so that they're thinking.
Very
She's
nice.
probably done that before, but...
That's nice. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to dash. 5 against 1. Gotta give it a little bit. This does not create opportunity attacks on this one. It's something about absorbing the life form of an innocent child, which is powering it up a tiny bit. As it moves just further away. There. So, is that your end of your turn, Davey? Yeah, you're more than welcome to, because as if it's the end of your turn, so you finish there. Cool. All right. Bakor, you see it chomp and slash. What are you doing, Bakor? Rain, you're next, by the way.
Sorry, did y'all take points of damage from that round?
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah. How much
But
was there?
don't worry about me.
Yours was your spores damage, right? Yeah, so you're okay.
How much was
I'm
yours,
at
Rain?
25 hit points out of 44.
Okay, I just like trying to keep track of health while we're fighting.
Yeah, you're the cleric, dude. That's what you gotta do in the end.
God damn, I'm like so limited, I feel. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam around here, I guess. There's a 5-foot radius, right? So cover like this area.
5-foot radius, yes. So do you want to cast it on the creature or near the creature?
I want to do near the creature.
Yep.
It's still kind of on the creature though, but I want to put it like here.
That's
You see
fine,
me
yeah.
working Here?
I need to find a circle or something. Hang on. Yeah, absolutely. Anything else you want to do while I find those little shapes? My shapes.
No, I think that's going to be all that I do. I'm going to stay in this position. I'm going to end my turn, but when I end my turn because of, what's it called? To the sanctuary, I'm just going to roll a 1d6 plus 5 for hit points.
Yep, that's fine. And is that for yourself, sorry, Bakor?
I can only do it at the end of everyone's turn, so I can only do it after somebody else's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just do it for myself.
Very nice. Rain, you're up.
Okay, so we're gonna do some booming blade.
Yeah, absolutely. Move your character up so you're nice and close to it. Get in its face, and you feel the breath. Well, you smell the breath of flesh.
Okay, so it's a 16 hit. Oh, nat 20 plus
Yo.
7, so 27.
Yo, okay, yeah. I mean, it definitely hits.
Oh, we hit.
So you'll be rolling your d8. I think we're going to be going double the roll. I believe that's what we're aiming for. Yeah.
2
so,
d8s?
So I'll say roll 1d8 with your rapier. Yeah. Then double that. and then roll 1d8 for the thunder damage because you're level 5.
Oh, can I just click the thing right next to the rapier?
You
Piercing
can do.
damage?
You can do, yeah. That's fine.
So-
So currently you're going to be rolling 1d8 double it, 1d8 double it, and then you're adding a... Is it a +4 to your charisma, or is it a +5 to your charisma?
Do they not get their sneak attack?
They will, yeah. That's all.
Okay.
That's all coming in. Don't you worry.
Hang on, let me start over my rolls for a second. Okay, so
Swashbucklers. I love them. Link, you're next, by the way.
okay, so it's a 7 and a 3, and then I add +4 to which one of those?
Just on top. This is like bonus damage, what does not get double. This is just something that you add to your attack roll.
So it'd be 14 total. For
14 total.
damage.
Now, I need you to... Did you double that?
Double which one?
So if you have 4, 10, you roll 20 points of damage. Okay, total. 24 so far.
Yeah.
However, now your sneak attack comes in. So you roll, I believe it's 2d6 and double that. That's fucking nasty.
Okay, so I got a 5. Double that is another 10.
Yep. And then you need to roll another d6 because you are... yeah. Sneak attack on rogues is a lot of d6s.
So wait, I'm rolling another d6 or
You
a
are?
d10?
D6. Both of us should be d6.
Okay. Another 4.
So 4, which is 8. And what was the first one? Was that a 5? So an
Yeah,
addition...
so it was a 5 that was doubled into a 10.
Yep. So that's 18 plus 24.
Yeah.
42 points of
Wow.
damage. I'm so glad they're resistant. Because it's...
Aw.
So
Christ.
Brains had it.
that would be fucking wild. Thunder damage, yes?
Thank you for the help with that, by the way.
I'm here for you, you know?
Rain, your blade isn't magical, right?
It is not. Actually, check Hexblade. It might make it magical.
Where am I looking at that?
I'm going to quickly look for you because I should know this considering I play a
Hexblade's
Hexblade.
Curse?
Not Hexblade's Curse. You have...
Hex Warrior.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Whoop. Sorry, everyone in chat, but this is important because I don't...
Are you a Pact of the Blade, Warlock?
They haven't got their pack yet. They're just...
Oh.
Yeah, they've only taken a single dip into it. So we'll have a look. Let's have a look. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hexblade's Curse, Hex Warrior. Influence... It does not say anything about it being a magical weapon. No. It just means that your attacks are using your charisma modifier instead. So it's
Okay.
not magical. Do you remember how much thunder damage it was? I believe it was...
I just have at the end total
That's
is
fine.
42.
Okay. Piercing. Okay, good. Yeah, so it resists a hell of a lot of it purely because your weapon is non-magical. You see that its fiendish nature, it sort of pierces, but the skin flashes off of it. But yeah, that would have been fucking disgusting. All right. So,
Also, my friends, you see the white circle on the thing? Don't go in there. Because Moonbeam does hurt allies in his 2d10 rolls. So
that's good looking out.
Careful.
That's good looking out.
So wait, does
I-
it look fucked up that I do like a decent amount of damage?
It was resistant to your piercing damage, and I believe sneak attack is still resisted as well. So it definitely took thunder damage fully though. So you got a lot out of that thunder damage roll. All right.
And Rain, can you roll 1d6 and then add 5 to that for temporary hit points at the end of your turn?
That's so good. Twilight Sanctuary is so goddamn good. Okay.
So it was 1d6 plus what?
1d6 and add 5, and then put that for temp HP.
Okay.
Thank
Lynn,
you.
you're up.
Okay. Oh fuck! What do I do? Oh, that's too close. He's gonna. Am I 30 feet away or 35 feet away? I tried to
Uh,
squares.
Let me find out for you. You are exactly 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, good. He is going to reach into his bag, immediately get bitten by a flea, smack it, grab it, and then crush it in his hands, and then say, I don't know, just like, you need to go see a doctor, and then points at them and casts Infestation.
Okay.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Oh, my dice is here. Fails.
Okay, it fails. It takes 1d8 poison damage, and I think I can move this cloud of basically like every single bug that anyone has ever laid eyes on, just like in a cloud. They're going to move it at his position just underneath him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you want to move... Sorry, what are you moving? Just a cloud?
Yeah, so basically, it causes a cloud of mites, fleas, or other parasites to appear momentarily on one creature that I can see
One
within
creature,
range.
yep.
Okay,
So it would have been on this thing.
Takes 1 poison damage, and I can move it 5 feet in a random direction. I have to roll
Okay,
a d4
so
to see which way it
basically
moves.
you are doing it on the creature. It's sort of trying to move around as it's trying to get these bugs or whatever you want to call it off it.
Yep.
And then you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1d8, please.
1d8.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going top left for 1 and then working our way round just so everyone knows.
7. Also on my thing, it's actually 2d6 damage. that
Okay.
he gets.
Yep. 1, 2, 3,
So
4,
damage.
5.
He gets-
Did you say 6? Or 7 on your d8, sorry.
Oh, 7. Sorry,
7?
yeah.
Okay, so it will move to this side.
Not in
Okay.
the moonbeam, but so close.
It was so... Yeah,
No,
that
right?
would have been
So
so good.
close.
Yeah. And yeah, 2d6
Yep.
poison damage. It takes 9.
Poison. Let me have a look at a couple of things.
I'll just double check.
As the infestation happens, you notice that it's getting the bugs off, but it kind of absorbs the poison and then looks at you with its head cracking and smiles at you. You get the idea that it is not affected by poison at all.
Okay.
Gross.
Yeah, haha. This is a horrible creature. Lint, you good? Everyone, you good there?
I'll check if I have bonus action. Not as of the moment, no.
The only thing
Lynn, you could do the 1d6 plus 5 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Get those 10 hit points, baby.
You do also
I think
have
we
your-
need
I
it.
haven't taken damage yet, so...
You don't have to
It's
take it.
temporary.
But-
So
Oh, it's
but-
temporary,
goes
so
on
yeah,
top.
you can add on top.
What was it? 1d6 plus...
Plus the 5.
Plus a 5.
That's
Okay.
so good. You
Another
lot are going to be
9.
so hard to kill. 10 hit points don't get you up, though, so that's something to bear in mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
don't think.
Hang on, I'll just
I'll have a look.
check. I'm terrible at knowing if I've got extra spells.
The only thing you have for bonus action is your telekinetic shove.
Yes.
If you want to use that, you can do. You kind of moved it this way and went, oh, hang on. So you can move it Oh, it's away from you, so it has to go up that way.
Okay.
If you don't have to,
Keep that in mind, though, because if you can shove it into the moonbeam, that would be great.
that it gets damaged if you push
I
it in.
don't
Yeah.
think I'm close enough to do that just yet.
No, you're okay. The angle right now, you'd either
It has
push
to be
it
either
towards
away
you.
from me
Yeah.
or forward to me. I have to change my angle, so
Yeah.
I'll wait until something moves.
Totally fine. Okay. Let's move on to Yagos. Your first round in our campaign.
Let's go.
Don't die. That's all I'm asking you to
I
do.
will try my best not to. He's been watching, and this thing is scaring the absolute poop out of him. But seeing kind of the things that they're doing, think again. He's just kind of taking some heavy breaths, repetitive breaths, trying to just regulate himself in a way. And again, lends to closer, so you will whisper, okay, you got this. And as he begins to whisper more, you see his his nails begin to sharpen and get elongated ever so slightly. And as he stays there, he's already hunched over. He gets even more hunched. You see his face almost begin to elongate and become very rodent-like, and you see his 2 front teeth extend even more so, with these huge whiskers starting to come off of his face, off of his mustache area. As a bonus action, will shift.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, it's the Rat King!
And as I'm looking around, I will turn my head towards this creature and suddenly just like bolt towards it. I only have 50 feet of movement. I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As I get to them, his right hand, which does have a glove on it. I did not mention that. It's like a glove that's been ripped through because he got fat fingers. Well, long fingers, I will say. You almost see a viscous, like greenish, nasty fluid begin to coat the end of the nail as I cast Primal Savagery.
Nice.
And I scratch at this thing.
Because I am a kind DM, if you get to the left-hand side of that creature, you can get flanking and get advantage on it.
Oh, you do flanking?
We
That's
do
scary.
flanking, yeah.
Okay.
Because my creatures can do it to you lot.
Hey, I'm in the same boat. That's exactly what I tell my players. That's funny. They both the exact same number on the die. 17.
17 hits.
Okay. That will be 18 points of acid damage.
Yeesh. Let me have a look at the resistance. Hang on. It is not resistant to acid. 18, did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. 18, and as I slice, it's almost too fast to even notice it, but as my arm goes down, suddenly there are 2 rats running down my arm at the exact same time, and literally it's like Hadouken, just like right in this thing's face. As I use my swarm to do an extra 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing. Very nice.
And as that happens. No, I'm going to be real. I was thinking about it. I don't need this spell up. Well, I might, but I don't need it right now. I'm going to mark them as my favorite foe.
Yeah, dude.
So I will lose that AC because meh. But they will do an extra 1 point of damage.
Is it a particular? Oh, it's 1 point either way, but is it particular?
Just one. Technically, it would have been the acid damage.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And then
choices. What do you want to do?
Okay. So I just gotta check one quick.
Yeah,
thing.
please.
I was reading something wrong. That's why I wanted to make sure. I'm staying there.
Yep. All right.
I wasn't going to, but I'm staying there.
All
Go
right.
ahead and give yourself the 10 hit points too, Bard.
What is your temp?
1d6 plus 5.
That's gonna help.
Well, I only rolled 5. Technically, my temp HP trumps that temp HP.
Oh right, yeah. So you can't stack temp. Good looking out.
That's what I needed to see. So like, if yours were higher, then I would have taken yours.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Okay. At the end, at the end of your turn, Yegos, it's going to use its last legendary action during this round to do an additional claw attack against you, Yegos.
That is so mean.
Welcome to the campaign, my friend.
I shouldn't have stayed there.
Nope. You should be with Moriel, and that's it. But it is a claw, so this is a 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
I need you to make a con save, please.
Okay.
DC, I'll be forthright. It's 12. You need to be at 12. No? You are paralyzed. For 1 minute.
Don't worry, homie. I got you.
The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Why did he join y'all?
We'll help. We'll get you out of there.
Why? Literally, the things I wanted to do, I couldn't do because I read it wrong, and now I'm regretting it.
Welcome to D&D.
Yes, very that. Okay, yep. You see me lock up.
Yeah,
I will say it's not going to really matter too much. But let me just check one. I need to check the wording of one specific
Please,
thing really quickly.
Prepare yourself, CB, for what is about to come your way.
Can you not? I don't like. Not what I need.
Whiskey likes to beat us up.
You know what? I see that.
5-1, baby.
Okay. Sorry. Where you at?
Take your time. It's okay.
It's just everything wants to like not be where I need it to be. That's like the part that's making me mad. Priet. There you are. Okay. Yes. Priet is in my cloak area.
Yep.
They're gonna kind of scuttle down and just be like hiding around my leg. But they're going to look at it's not going to be matter for them because they're flanking.
Technically, when you're paralyzed, you do not get flanking because you're incapacitated when you're paralyzed.
Oh, that is totally
so
true.
you can use them to give.
Okay, yes. They're going to look at Rain, who they don't know if they can trust yet. But they get to look at Rain and like you get the telepathic vibes of like I got you.
Rain's gonna point and just be like,
and then they say, "Don't point at me. I'm invisible."
Shit.
But yes, Priet is giving Rain the help action.
That's fine. So Rain, this is on your turn. But so basically on your next attack roll, you will get advantage because they are using their help action. Just so you know.
And just so you know, on their turn, suddenly this creepy thing is going to get bombarded by telepathic random things like keys.
Okay. Now it's this creature's turn. So it's Legendary Action's return. All right.
It's not supposed to happen.
It knows that you are currently paralyzed, Yegos. So it's going to turn. It's going to turn to Rain and attempt to do it to Rain. So, oh god, this song's so good. It's going to try and attack Rain. So it sort of spins around. Its head sort of twists before its chest as it and it
Rain's
swings
like,
around. That is 22 to hit Rain.
Don't do me like this.
12 points of slashing. Make me a con save. If you can both be paralyzed, that's
Please no.
I got another nat 20.
amazing.
Nice.
You see your new friend, Yegos, is currently stopping, and you see his little rat is about to start helping you, and that kind of inspiration of I might need to help this person right now. It keeps you in check. But it turns back as its body twists around. It goes to bite you, Yegos. It does have advantage.
What was my damage?
12 points of slashing.
Okay, so I'm at 19.
What's your HP, Yegos?
Can you just hit me with what you got? Just do it.
You got it.
I know what's coming.
It does.
I know what's
It
coming.
does have advantage.
Yeah, and it's an auto crit. I know. I know.
16 to hit.
Yes, unfortunately.
There were 2 low rolls on my end. So when people are paralyzed in this game, they take crit damage.
Yup.
So
I
I should have used my inspiration. It's
If
too
you
late.
killed our new friend at the beginning of this campaign, Whiskey, I'm gonna frown at you real
So
You've
hard.
not met David. You've not met him before.
I love combat. I don't have combat in my games
you like
when
picking
I'm
people
a
when
player.
they're down.
I'm in. 24 points of piercing, Yegos.
Is that all?
And what I'd like you to do, as your charisma score, roll me a d4 real quick for your charisma score.
One.
1 point is off your charisma score. Bear in mind, you do not want to hit 0, everyone.
Well, especially Davey and I.
Charisma's my dump stat.
And because it met a threshold, Yegos, I need you to make a con save, please. As this paralysis takes over and it bites into you and pulls. What'd you get?
18?
18. You succeed. You maintain, even in this paralyzed state, you maintain your form, if you would. Everyone around you,
That's good.
everyone around you, you do notice, like there's a little, you know, that bubbling what you see with the rats or whatever it is there. You see Yagos' legs and arms and and everything about their body start to move uncontrollably, even in this paralyzed state, but they come back. That's fucking lucky.
I am stressing out. This is my first game.
Isn't it fun?
No.
Davey. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna Rain. This is about your ability right now. Could you roll me a D10? Because sorry, not a D10, a D20. If it rolls lower than a 10, it will move, which will trigger your booming blade. If it's higher than a 10, it's going to stay where it is.
So if I get the higher score, I lose.
Yes, because you're rolling for this creature right now. It wants to roll high. Please, thank you.
11!
11, so it moves. It looks around, and then because... Ooh.
Whiskey?
Yeah, it is going to move. Wait, you rolled higher, right? So it doesn't move.
Yeah, 11. That sucks. I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm mentally and emotionally compromised right now.
It stays where it is. It stays
Can
where
Rain
it is.
kick him, push him over? Or
On your
something?
turn? Yeah, of course. You can be whatever you want on your turn. This is my thing's turn. Davey, tell me what you do.
I think after Davey gets bitten and loses that charisma, there's a brief moment where, so everyone's seen Davey get super sad and super happy, but like just for a moment, their face goes completely blank, and all of the little glowing pink and blue mushrooms that surround them like go out for just a second. They stop glowing, and then she sort of like comes back and looks around a little bit confused, sees that someone's in trouble, and is just going to run over here. Cast Hex.
Ooh, interesting.
And then is just going to try and hit. Actually, here's a great question. So I can forcefully move someone, and I move at half movement when I do that, right?
Oh, as in you pull someone? Half movement, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So could I move our new friend of just like 5 feet away so that I can get into flanking position?
So you kind of want to push them up. Now, bear in mind, pushing someone, it will take an action.
Oh, that's an action?
Yeah, because you are literally doing something. You're interacting. They're not an object, so it's not a free action. So you do have to use your action to actually pull or push.
Then I'll just hit.
Okay. Good looking out there.
16?
16 hits.
Alright, so the magical bludgeoning damage is 11.
11, yep.
And the necrotic is 7. Oh, and disadvantage on strength checks.
Thank you very much. That's good looking out too. Yeah. What was the necrotic, sorry?
7.
7. Okay. It's looking like it's holding on. It's sort of looking around in a panic because it is surrounded right now. So, Addy, Rain, read Booming Blade for me because I just need to make sure I'm being totally fair here.
Whatever Booming Blade says,
yeah,
whatever Goss says goes.
Yeah. Read the part where it's about its movement, because I don't know if it's on its turn or if it just moves until the end of your turn kind of thing. So I just want to double check we're getting that right.
Oh, I had it pulled up in a tab. Tab is not loading.
Do you want me to find it for
Oh,
you?
there we go. Booming Blade. Never mind, I got it.
Yeah, the information about the additional 2d8 when they move, but I just need to see if it's like move at the end of your turn, like Booming Blade continues until the beginning of your turn, end of your turn. Just want to double check that.
On a hit, target suffers weapons attack, normals effects, and then becomes sheathed in booming energy. So if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then, target takes 1d8 thunder damage
Before
and then
when?
spell ends.
Before when?
If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then.
Oh,
let's see.
until the end of your turn. Is that what it said? On the end of the end?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Oh, man. Yeah, it's surrounded right now. It's going to use its legendary action. Yeah. It's going to use its legendary action to... This will not create opportunity attacks, but Booming Blade will go off. So roll me a 2d8. Thunder damage. It's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 and get to you, Lint. Because you are far away, so it's assuming that you are weaker because you are not getting
He'd be feckin' right.
engaged. Can't let you off
when-
all the time.
When using a legendary action, does that count as starting a turn? Or is it
No,
something else?
it's not
Okay.
starting a turn. 2d8 thunder.
I got 12.
Hang on a second. I just backed out there. 12. It's still up. It's still up. Okay.
What, it's rough?
Oh yeah. You lot still fucked it up with that crit and all that. I promise you. Keep going. Okay. End of that. It's engaged with you now, Lint. Davey, what? So you're done there. Bakor. Are you done, Davey? Just making sure. It was the end of your turn. Okay. Bakor.
David, you give yourself the hit points too, the temp hit points.
No,
Read
because
it?
she needs her 10 hit points in order to keep up her.
Oh, that's
symbiotic
so
density.
true. Whoa, that's fascinating. Bakor.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and point at the creature,
Mm-hmm.
cast command,
Mm-hmm.
and say freeze.
I need to ask you this. Do you see this in common?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh shit. No.
As you yeah, sure.
I
So
don't.
telepathically connects, but it doesn't actually understand your language at that moment. So unfortunately, it does not work.
He understands
If he
mine,
holds
though.
up a hand like really firmly.
You sign language it? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh
But that-
god, if only I had
but
commands!
I spoke in deep speech.
Nope.
No, it's a
Celestial.
No, get out of here.
We know what language it speaks. You could ask.
Lint. I don't have command, though. I do have a plan, though, so don't worry.
Okay.
I still have a backup plan.
So that was your
okay.
action.
That was my action. Towards
So
at
this
the end of
did
my
happen?
turn. It did happen, yes.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, so it still
That's
happened,
good.
just didn't work.
Yeah. Still got
I'm gonna
bonus
go
action and all
ahead
that.
and take my. I'm gonna move my moonblade because my moonbeam. Sorry.
Yep.
Because I could do it at the end of a turn, and I'm gonna move it right behind him here.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna look at Lint and be like, push him.
Let's have a look if you can do
You
it.
can push him into the moonblade.
Does that mean
and
you
he'll
can get
take
hit with Booming
damage.
Blade and Moonbeam at the same time?
I think booming blade has to be willingly moved, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Otherwise, it would have been sick.
That would
If
have
you
been
can
really
move,
cool.
if you can move the moonbeam right here,
I'll make another moonbeam because I don't know how to do it. So I don't know how to move
I
it.
could do it actually.
There
'Cause
you
I can
go.
just move it myself. Okay,
Cool.
got it.
I got it.
And then yeah, I guess that ends my turn.
I can move it.
Execution work.
Yes, I can move it. There we go. Let's go. Okay. So command is there. Bonus action there. Legendary action. Claw attack against you, Lint.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Do you know what? That hits.
Con save. DC 12.
18.
18.
On its own. Yeah.
You succeed, but you do take 12 points of slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
And that is its legendary action used up. So, after Bakor, Rain.
Okay. Well, it seemed like the Booming Blade didn't do much against it initially.
Oh, no, the Booming Blade specifically, thunder damage did. It did not resist thunder damage. Thunder damage is one of the least resisted damages in the game. And force.
Well, then I guess we'll just have to hit him again with it.
All right, so you got to get in there. So you got to move and position yourself. Do you want me to position yourself, Rain?
Can I get right
There
there
you go,
next
yep.
to him? Yeah, cool. Because I don't want to step into the Moonbeam, but I think... Yeah, Rain's going to do Booming Blade, so we got to roll that. 8 to hit.
Misses. It
Fuck my
sees you, because it had this little initial you kind of thing, it sort of slips out of the way as your blade
Is this
blasts
the same
past.
turn where the help action was used? Or did that-
It is actually.
Oh, I haven't used it yet.
Yeah. So yeah,
so
you
you
can
roll
use
with
it.
advantage.
Good looking out, Davey. Yeah, you roll at advantage.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
It's, thank God. Thank you so much.
Good looking out. So even Diego's in this paralyzed state right now, your eyes sort of turn and you do see your familiar help in this moment.
Yeah, I don't think it's like I see anything. It's just like I get the imagery, like I did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I did the thing.
So I hit, so I'm just doing the 1d8 plus modifier.
You still get sneak attack. So it's going to be, this is maths, 1d8 for your rapier, 1d8 for booming blade, and 2d6 sneak attack. So just think 2d8, 2d6,
2d6.
then plus 4.
Yeah. Sneak attack is so good.
So good. Especially on a swashy. A swashbuckler is
Mhm.
nasty with it.
Yeah.
Well, Whiskey's the one that really helped me put together that build, so.
It's working out here.
Eh.
We're all dying.
First D8 is a 3, second D8 is a 1. 2, 6. Sneak attack.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
5. So what's that total?
9.
It's almost there. Okay. It's desperate. It's looking. It doesn't know what's happening right here. It sort of turns to you, sees that boom blade come in, tries to resist it, and then you see Petro sort of pushes it back into place as your blade swings, and it sort of gets him down a second. It's like, and you stab it in the back of the shoulder here. As you pull back, boom blade envelops it as well.
Somebody push him into the moonbeam.
I'm on it.
All right. Yeah, if that's the end of your turn, Lint, it is your turn.
Okay.
Or
So is
convince him.
the moonbeam nearby?
Directly behind it.
Okay. Can I do a bonus action first and then an action?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what he's gonna do is, where he's got the slash attack, he's just gonna wipe his lip where he's got the cut, look at his blood, just stare at the fucker and say, "You bastard," and then telepathically shove him into the beam.
Strength saving throw.
Yep, strength saving throw. And if not, I'm going to try and cast.
And doesn't he have disadvantage on strength saving throws?
No,
as well?
And
checks.
strength checks.
Otherwise, that'd be really good.
It's
Yeah.
only for grapples.
Natural
basically.
18 on the save.
Oh, hang on.
It has like
I-
plus to that, by
I
the way.
still think that's a.
Yeah, it's a save.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a save.
Most natural 18 rolls are saves or hits.
Okay. But with the you bastard spell as the verbal components, he will cast Tasha's mind whip on
Oh,
him.
interesting. Yeah.
You need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. Something to bear in mind, by the way, it does have magical resistance, so it does get advantage on these.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Fail.
You sure?
Why would I lie?
Well, do you know what the I didn't tell you what the dex is.
I rolled so low that I know it doesn't beat your DC.
How
Is it
low?
single digits?
It's 11 plus 0.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, it fails.
What?
So on a fail save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Yo. Okay.
And it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets to move, an action, or a bonus action. It can only choose one of these things.
Nice.
So sick.
All right.
Just because I'm sick and tired of your fucking legendaries.
I do too.
I don't care. You and your legendary actions.
It's the first time I've ever used it in a campaign.
And how dare you?
Right?
It gets 10 psychic damage.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Can I use my actions to get out the way?
bonus action
My
was telekinetic
movement.
action,
My movement, I mean.
and it can't take reactions. Yes.
Yes, can't take
Then
reactions.
yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to use my movement to get the fuck out the way.
Yegos,
I'm saving for the paralyzed.
Please save. You do have your inspiration still.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't need to do it. What's the skill?
12 and con.
I literally rolled a 12 on the die.
That succeeds.
So 13.
That
Hey.
succeeds.
Is it beginning or end of your turn?
End of your turn, I believe.
Yeah, that was like, I can't do it. I'm just saving.
I am going to double check though, just to make sure, because that could be important. I believe it is at the end of each of its turns. Yes. Yeah, most of its time there. Yegos, you bring it back.
Rolling. Constant favorite foe is gone though because I was incapacitated, so I can't use that.
Good looking out, thank you.
For now.
Yeah, because it's as if you're concentrating, isn't it? In the writing of favorite foe. Or is it? I think it is.
It is.
It is, right?
It
yeah.
is. That's why I couldn't keep bark skin on.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Shit. So, Yegos, it is this creature's turn. It is on the fucking edge. And it can only do what, Lint?
It can choose only one of three, either to move, do an action, or a bonus action.
Its action will be to attack in a desperation here. Yeah. It's going to do that. So, you're the one who cast it, Lint. It's on you.
I got out I moved to get out of the way if it's range, and he can't move.
You can't move.
So
You're
can't
good
move.
looking at it. It's because you didn't move your token. Oh, you can't move your token.
Yeah.
Rain, it's you then.
I am paralyzed.
Hey,
Aaron.
can we use Pokemon rules where if it attacks me using flail, it takes damage itself and go?
That'd be fun. No, I'm rolling. That is. Well, it did roll a natural 1 on its. That was a bite attack. This is its claw.
Bites itself.
Yeah, just your blade springs it up out of the way. And then its claw is a 17 to hit.
That's my armor class.
Now,
17.
you do have a spell slot from a warlock spell slot would have come back on a short rest. You can use that if you want to for shield. It's up to you though.
Yeah, because I'm at 19.
Okay, so shield pops up out of the way. It deflects this claw attack and it looks at you frustrated. Amazing. Okay, and it's on its turn, Lint, right?
Yeah, on its turn. So
Okay,
and it's only
so-
for one round, so it's just this round.
So just something to bear in mind, legendary actions are not on its turn, so it can move and use legendary actions during that time. It could not move during this turn though, so it's still really good. All right, the music stopped. Oh my god. We are almost there, everyone. Almost there. Okay. Davey.
Davy's going to use her movement to get into a flanking position
3.
right here,
Yep.
and she's just gonna hit
Yeah, go for it.
or try to hit with advantage. A dirty 20.
Yeah, hits.
6 points of magical bludgeoning damage
Yep.
and 8 points of necrotic damage.
As you swing, its eyes were more than anything on Rain because of how much damage they caused to it initially, and it does not see you coming from behind. What happens?
He's gonna get up, right, get up really, really close and say, "I don't think you're feeling this."
You crack it around the head, and the head splits, and as its just brain scatters, it mists, and its body itself from neck down falls forward into the moonbeam, and its form, it still had the human skin over it, slowly melting off. That fades away until its pure form, what you see in that picture, is there. And after a little bit of time during this moment, melts into nothing apart from one locket. Something interesting though, in this moonbeam, you see it melt, and the spray slowly comes back and enters this locket. And we'll pick it up next week. What that means, we'll find out. But good job, yo. Let's go. Woo. CB, I'm so sorry I went at you.
That was so hard.
It's fine. It's cool. It's great. I deserved it. I also read your stuff better, CB. Well, it's not that I didn't read it right. I was like, yeah, I read it and totally was like, it means something else. And it didn't.
Dude,
so
it was such a pleasure having you in this game. And now for the future games too. Well, as long as your character feels like they still want to be with these clusterfucks, I guess. But thank you, everyone. That was great. You did really well. I introduced some legendary actions based on it absorbing the very essence of a child. Gave it a little bit of a boost to its abilities. But all that remains is this locket in this moonbeam. Just it's weird. There's necrotic energy coming from it. You don't know what's happening yet. But until next time, everyone, I just want to say thank you to all you lovely players. Thank you everyone who came by in the chat. It was really great to see you all reacting and stuff. I really do deeply appreciate it. Make sure you are using the Pally command to make sure you are tipping our artist Turquoise Magpie, and obviously Carmen, who's been doing these amazing overlays for this session too. It would be deeply appreciated. But yeah, I just want to say from me and everyone here, thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.